Well, I don't know. Who is it? Could you work out who it is?
I don't know. They just appeared. I think it's safe to ignore them and just carry on and act like nothing happened.
Well, he's got a red hat. He doesn't usually wear a red hat, does he?
No, I don't know. It's a little bit scary.
Yeah, scary. Yeah, scary looking.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe if anybody recognises him. Anybody seen a fox?
Is it a photo of it?
yeah. Whenever
it's really warm with this thing on. Can I take it off yet?
No, you got to do the whole intro with it on.
I've got moustache in my mouth.
Good evening, everybody. We'll just let Fox sweat away a little bit.
Oh, I'm going to take it off now.
While we do the introductions. Well, welcome to another night of mayhem, mirth, and all things topical, the discussions about models and other things and whatever we want to talk about. It's Monday night again. Welcome to eModels live stream with Ted, Fox, Chris and I.
Oh, I'm sweating now. That was really warm. Bad idea.
Our Fox is back with us. Yes, so that was a bit disconcerting when we had a masked man in the stream tonight.
You're going to say in the studio, aren't you? You're going to make it sound like we're all poshing in studios and things.
Yeah,
I wish I was in the studio.
And now over to the weather studio.
Over to the sports desk with Tom Beef, Dave. Never mind.
Yeah. Right, remember this is your stream. It's up to you to decide what you want to talk about, whether you need to ask us any questions, whether you want to ask us any questions. Send your emails to ted@emodels.co.uk. And as usual, I usually forget all my lines just at the start up. So, yeah, it's Monday night. It's us at live stream.
Yeah, if we get 20 requests, Fox will put it back on.
Wait, I was reading the chat. Wasn't listening to anything you guys are saying. What we're talking about?
I don't know. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah. That's Brew Group says live from Pebble Mill.
Yeah. W12 8QT, BBC Television Centre.
Yeah.
Remember, as always, we depend on the live chat and people in chat to give us questions. So if you're watching this and you can't see the live chat, which I'm pointing there, but it's on my telly, not on.
No, it's not there. It's there.
It's there. If you can't see the live chat, then just click on the YouTube icon that's down here in the bottom left-hand corner, and that will insta-magically transport you to the YouTube page where you can see the live chat. Do join in, because it's full of lovely, lovely people. You can ask us questions. If you want to ask us a question or give us something to talk about, just put your question in big, fat, capital letters so that Chris and I have a chance to see it. We'd let Ted read the chat, but it's gone before he gets there, so we and Chris will look after that. But, yeah, do it in big, fat, capital letters. If you want to, you can use the super chat button, which is the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That puts your comment in a big coloured box. Or if you can't get access to chat at all, you can just send us a question or a shout out or a question answer for the giveaways later on to ted@emodels.co.uk. What's that address again, Ted?
That's Ted at emodels.co.uk.
Somewhere on the internet, there's a whole load of emails addressed to ted@emodels.co.uk.
Yeah, I really should worry about that.
One day somebody will find them like the lost treasures.
All these questions about model making.
Yeah, so don't worry about on that. It doesn't have to be questions about model making either. Any points or topics for discussion, we will accept them by email if you want to start them off anonymously as such. Yeah.
We're always desperate for stuff to talk about, and it's more fun to talk about random nonsense than model making. As long as it's not religion and politics, we'll talk about anything.
Yeah, and sport. We don't do sport.
Well, we don't mind sport, but we don't know anything about it.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah.
I forgot to get water. I've got an empty cup.
I've got 2 cups.
That's 1 cup.
You could put your mask back on and then wring your beard out into it.
It does get a bit sweaty under there.
Yeah, I do know, however, who won I'm a Celebrity last night. Yeah, but that
was a football thing, wasn't it?
No, it was something to do with football.
Yeah,
but that's about
it was a football. Yeah, a football one.
Please don't tell people that you watch that, Ted.
I don't watch it now.
You've got a reputation to hold.
Yeah, it was good for the 3 weeks all that was on. It was a good excuse to come spend some time at the bench.
Was it only 3 weeks? It feels like so much longer.
It seems like a lifetime.
Well, I was told it was 3 weeks.
Yeah, it seems like months.
Well, it's just weeks and weeks of sitting at the workbench, and all you can hear is "Ooh" from downstairs. You're like,
I'm not putting that in my mouth. Yeah.
I got a question from Brian Windmill, half of the 1970s British police cop duo, Windmill and Cardboard. Was it Cardboard and Windmill? I can't remember. Brian asks, "Have you got the Falcon yet, Fox?" Yes, it's downstairs. I put a picture up on the interwebs the other day. It has arrived. It's like this big.
It's a big box.
It is a big box, and I cannot lie. It's very big.
Phil Lewis has got a good question for you, Fox. He says, "How can you run out of water when you've got a 10-gallon hat on?"
Yes. The plan with the Falcon is I've got a build that I need to finish, and then I'm going to do a little build for eModels, little fun build in the next few weeks, and then I've got another build that I need to get done first, and then it's going to be the big Falcon build, and it's probably going to be sometime in the new year. But before then, I will do like an unboxing sort of video where we can see what's in the box and stuff like that. But it's going to be a little while before I get to the Falcon, so stay tuned. I'm in the new year.
Well, it's only 3 weeks to the new year, isn't it?
I know. This hat has a bigger brim and it blocks out my big spotlight, which is fantastic.
This time in 2 weeks, it'll be Christmas Eve.
I know.
Yeah, it'll be all early nights and waiting for Santa.
Oh, yeah. Has NORAD started tracking him yet? Have they started doing their tweets?
I wouldn't thought so. He's still asleep now, isn't he? Doesn't he hibernate or something?
Don't they start putting tweets and things out at this time of year saying that they're getting ready to track him?
Probably not for another week or 10 days yet, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. What else is going on out there?
Shall I do a quick who's in?
Yeah, I was just going to say, who is in tonight?
Who's in? First in on my chat anyway, is Michael Jackman saying, "Oh dear, I'm early again."
I know Sergeant Boss was before him.
Was he?
Can I just point out that when I set up the live stream about 3 o'clock this afternoon, there were people in chat already. One of them was Sergeant Bones, who I didn't know where he was, but he was there.
I'm sure he's around somewhere. Lynn's in saying, "Hi peeps, try and make it, but I've got to look for a place to live."
Hey Lynn.
So I don't know if she's still around or not, but then we've got Sergeant Bones is in.
Again,
Sergeant Bones.
64 minutes ago, apparently, or more than that now. But that's when, yeah. Then we've got Meatballs and Bobbingtons. Then we've got one of our mods in tonight, Dad, saying, "Anyone seen Sergeant Bones?"
Can I just point out that Phil Lewis just says hat in capital letters? He goes, hat.
Right, me and eModels are here as well, as is Sergeant Bones. Then there's Sergeant Bones and Phil Kett's in. Evening all. Was somebody talking to me? I don't know. I wasn't there. Wasn't paying attention. Spid's in early. What happened there? I don't know.
Answer, James. I completely forgot. Odo, new puffin.
Spiddy Q. What's the name of the new puffin?
Baby Odo. The new puffin is called Guthorm.
You looked at it on your little bit of card, didn't you? You looked at it. You had to read it.
It's over there. I'm never going to remember it.
Now, I must confess, I did come across my puffin the other day in a box. I opened the box and it was us staring back at me. And I thought, I need to get you out, take you downstairs, put you on a...
And then you forgot.
Then I forgot.
Mine's still in. Mine's sitting up in the corner over there. That's Paul. I didn't have to look up the name. It's Paul.
Well, you know it's Paul.
I know it's Paul.
You want to remember.
Well, it's not my fault. I didn't name him. Anyway, still, we've got, Spid's in early, which just threw me completely because that doesn't normally happen. Me, Michael Jackman still. Sprueglue's in. Another mod, Fester, Collins in. Fester 67's workshop. Then
I hope so. He's a mod.
Model Making Guru's in. He's a mod as well.
Yeah. I'm more of a rocker than a mod.
Don't let anybody be mods now. Oh, we've got Nevbo Model Making in, being all modish as well. One of our new build people.
Yes, build people. Build people.
The build people.
I don't know which one it is, though. I'm still confused.
That's Andy. That's Andy.
It's that new group. It's that new group. The build people.
He's building the car, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
On that note, by the way, Simon's latest Zaku video went up today. That's on the channel now, this moment.
That's the other one, isn't it?
Yep. And Andy's just sent me the latest episode for the shiny car that he's making, the Ferrari LaFerrari. So I'm hoping to upload that for everybody tomorrow. I got that, by the way, Andy.
Yeah.
Just nipping down the chat still. We've got Wayne Hayward still there, Rusting Custom Modern, Stephen Hill Harris, Borrowing Models, Brian Wimmill, Christopher Coombs, Scale Model Vamp. Lots of new people popping in. Must have been in the last couple of minutes because they weren't there a minute ago. Dennis Hark, Zadstar, Darren Stride, Osric, Pete Rogers, Michael Jackman still there, Tim Small, Red Lynn, and other people that keep it's all gone crazy now. So yeah,
and everybody else that knows me.
Everybody else that knows me, and
he says, "Yes, Car is me," and now I've just got an image of him going, "Yes, hello, this is Car."
Jamie Bone says, "I've just seen the red paint on Ted's shelf."
Yes. Oh, the red paint. It's not a red top. It's
different. That's not right.
Where is the red top?
Where's the red top? Aha.
You put it too high, we can't get to it.
It's up there. Hang on. Which way am I going?
I can see it. Left a bit. Left a bit.
Left a bit. Up a bit.
Up a bit. Up a bit.
Up a bit. Up a bit. I can't see because
left. There you go. Oh, there. Ding.
There it is. Bernie the bolt.
20, 30, 5, retard, butter.
Here's my I'll need to move the camera down a bit now.
If any people are wondering, by the way, about the silly hat, and that it's because Chris Paul sent me these for my birthday, and I was obligated to wear them.
I'm crossed that you're not wearing it for longer.
I feel like with this thing around my neck, I feel like who's the Scottish guy that does all the archaeology programs? Neil Oliver on the BBC. He always wears a scarf around his neck. It's really warm. Really warm.
They do get warm.
Yeah, so I might actually wear this when I go out and about. It just not up on my face like that.
You should wear it up on your face.
I'll wear it around my neck to keep my neck warm because it's actually quite warm.
Wear it up on your face, and people will say, "Look, Foxx," and you'll be all confused, thinking, "How do they know me?"
But unfortunately, I just get a mouthful of nose and moustache, which doesn't work.
Yeah, when I wear mine, I usually wear a bit of a suit. The only problem is you'll probably find, if you haven't done it already, that when you wear them, your glasses steam up.
Yep.
Because you breathe out, it steams your glasses up, so you can't see where you're going. But it's hell if you're on a motorbike. When your visor's down, your helmet's shut, you're on a motorbike, breathe out, and your glasses steam up.
Yeah.
You can't see where you're going.
Michael Jackman says, "Hey, Ted. I ordered my birthday Christmas present today. Heng Long RC Tiger 1 with sound, smoke, etc. Been studying how to disassemble for painting and detailing. I don't know. Is it a tank? The Tiger's a tank, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the big RC tanks. They come pre-painted. But yeah, you can do a much better job by stripping them down, respraying them, and weathering them all up. That make a good project for over Christmas. Yes, looking forward to that, Michael. Let's have a look at it once you've done it. Shove it on the gallery. Yeah, the gallery. I forget where I'm going now. Yeah, shove it on the gallery. Let's have a look.
Oh, yeah? I was reading some comments.
Zatster says, "Foxx and that bloke from Hairy Bikers are never seen together in the same room."
It's funny that, isn't it?
It's true.
One of them's from Barrow. Dave Myers. He hails from Barrow.
Mickle Pickle says, "Hey everyone, has Foxx played too much Red Dead Redemption 2? No, I got the game. I specifically bought an old vintage surround system for 45 quid to get the best sound out of it, and then I totally haven't played it since."
That's it. So are you one of these guys that gets into character to play a game then?
No, but it's got such a beautiful soundscape in Red Dead Redemption, the original game, that I thought I need to replace my knackered old surround system because it died. I can't play this through a crappy TV speakers, so I found the old vintage one that I used to have. It was like 40 quid. Got that. But right now I can play it in full surround sound. It'd be fantastic, and then I totally haven't played it since.
I think it did win some awards for sound design and things.
Well, I remember that the first Red Dead Redemption was fantastic, so it just sounded fantastic in full Surah 5.1. It was like, oh wow. So yeah.
Michael Jackman says his tank comes in plain grey and it has to be improved. Seeing it's 1/16th, needs improving.
Yeah, it's going to be massive, isn't it? Yeah. 1/16th. It's got to be like 2 foot long or 3 foot long or something, isn't it?
Huge. Yeah, you certainly know when that's in the room. You can't lose that underneath the sofa.
Yeah. Scale Model Vamp asks me, says, "What are your thoughts on the Black Armory in Destiny 2? I've not played it for a couple of weeks, so I've not seen that yet. But as someone who's only at like 507 light, yeah, I'm never going to get to. I think it's a bit rubbish. They made the power requirement 600. So yeah, I won't get there anytime soon. I don't do raids and stuff. Yeah.
Mark 3BS says Heng Long tanks come apart easily. So there you are, Michael. Yeah, just make sure you don't lose any of the screws and things. Keep them all there. To one side and have some fun with it.
Don't lose your screws.
Don't lose your screws.
Sprugloo says, "Is tonight's theme Dallas?" Because Fox is in a cowboy hat, and
No, that's Chips.
I've just made a U-wing.
I read it and I didn't get it. And you just said it.
Because you're
Yeah. We could have that next week. We could have a picture of Fox in his hat, a U-wing, something. Where did they used to live?
Dallas.
It was in Dallas.
Didn't they live on a ranch or so? Or am I thinking of
South Fork Ranch.
South Fork.
Really ask where Dallas was set.
No, I was thinking of Twin Peaks.
We're actually going to rework that, Ted said that we actually asked where Dallas was set. We're going to remember it if it actually happened.
It's like, where's Coronation Street? Coronation Street. Yep. Yeah, JRU.
I didn't get it when I read it until Chris said it out loud. I'm like, oh.
Phil Lewis says they're big and they scare cats, but I'm not sure what he's talking about.
The big tank.
Oh, right, okay. It could have been so many other things.
Especially when you can fire things at them. Is it a BB one? Did he say it was a BB firing tank?
They're probably not allowed to do them now, are they?
I don't think they're legal anymore in this country. Oh, probably are. You probably get them still.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
You probably need a license.
No, not for BB firing tanks. It just fires plastic ball bearings, that's all.
I don't know. It's health and safety.
You'd have someone's eye out with that. You'd have to make sure everyone within the 3-mile radius is wearing safety glasses.
Mark 3BS says yes, they are.
Yes, good. Yeah, fires BBs. There we go.
You can still buy air rifles and stuff, so.
Yeah. You can fire air rifles. When you built your tanks, you could take them outside and fire air rifles.
Tank. Try and rob a bank. It's not going to work, is it?
Yeah. You could throw your action man off out of the upstairs window with his parachute, and then take your air gun out and fire at all the tanks that you placed down on the ground.
That action man parachute never worked.
Never worked, did it? Why didn't it work? Was it the aerodynamics? Was it just not the parachute? Was the parachute not big enough?
It was just tat. It was.
But the little plastic ones on the little army figures worked.
Yeah, because they weighed about nothing. They were like a grain of rice. But get a big heavy action man on that little, and it was like, you're going to throw him? Yeah, wait. He's broken.
You took all your time. You took all your time to fold the parachute up and the string all in that plastic backpack. Rammed the backpack shut. Threw him out the window, and it never opened.
And you know why? Because there was never actually any way to open the backpack, because it was just a plastic backpack. But as a kid, you never thought about that. He was like, "Oh, hang on a minute, how would it come out?"
He should have pulled the cord. That's it. Because he doesn't pull the cord because he's a plastic toy.
Yeah, exactly.
But fortunately, he was wearing a crash helmet, so yeah, health and safety.
Yeah, that protected all his hips and legs.
Yeah. Never did see an action man in parts. Did they ever break?
Oh, I went through lots of action men when I was a kid. Whoa, he pinged. Somebody pinged.
Oh, sorry, it's just my camera mount. That was all.
Ping,
which is next to the microphone. I'll play that. I'll play that again.
That's a very pleasing sound.
Yeah.
Paul DiTomaso's in. Hey, dude.
Oh,
yes. Where is Dallas, Ted? I can't believe you asked that. I don't know.
I'll never live that one down.
No, you won't live that one down.
No, not that one. We've made special notes of that in our long-term memory.
That's your 6 episodes, that is, Ted.
Right,
Edward.
Yeah. Topic for discussion. Have you guys any topics for discussion? We've got one. We've got one topic for discussion, which we will talk about later. What else is on the show tonight? Well, we've got some giveaways. Large stickers, big stickers, mugs. Mm-hmm. Large stickers, big stickers, mugs. Do you get that?
Big fish, little fish cardboard box.
Yeah, but we probably still haven't got any mugs or big stickers though.
Yeah.
So we might be giving away. We're giving away the promise of a potential future mug.
We're selling timeshare mugs. Yeah. No, I don't know. Oh, hang on, I have actually a couple of big stickers.
I've got some little stickers.
No, I haven't got any stickers.
I've requested a resupply on the sticker front.
Yeah, I saw that Foxx today had messaged James at the eModels store to ask for some more stickers for a stash.
Well.
I haven't got any left now.
Yes. Paul says, "Hi Fester, what's with the hat and scarf on Fox?" It's a gag at the start because Paul and Chris got me in.
You have to put it on again now because we're.
I'll put it again, haven't it?
The people that are here late.
Yeah, that's it. Every time somebody asks why the hat and scarf, it's got to have to go back.
It was a gag at the start. Paul got me this for my birthday for silly.
No, we did. We were talking. We did. You weren't big screen when you did that. You have to do it again.
Oh, it's too late now. An itch. Making me very warm. This is a foam hat, so it's not exactly uninsulating. Fox has still got the Panther. He was supposed to post it to me, says Michael Jacobman. Somebody actually asked last week, there was a chat and conversation saying, what is that? What kind of tank is that? Because nobody can remember. It's the Panther Aus G from Ryfield that I was going to make as my next eModels build until we heard that we're going to get the Millennium Falcon, at which point I decided that's going back to eModels because I'm getting the Falcon.
Yeah,
you could keep it and do it after the Falcon.
No. No.
We nearly had Fox building a tank, but things might happen.
I mean, the moment I opened the box and looked at all the parts, I just got instant buyer's regret. I'm like, oh, what have I done? And then, Bandai do the Millennium Falcon in Europe. Done. Pete, mate.
Yeah, but that I'm trying to point with the pointer. I'm trying to use my pointer to point to your tank in the background, and even if it went like that, it wouldn't work either.
It sort of works a bit.
Yeah, but that's the see-through version, isn't it?
Can't remember. I would get it down and look, but there's 100 other things on top which would explode.
Yeah.
If I try and get it out right now. So, yes.
Nicholas C has a question. He says, "What else did you get, Fox, for your birthday?"
I got many things. I got, apart from the little puffin,
which is called
Guthorm. I will remember eventually. I have to look it up for now. He's dead cute. If I had a pocket, he'd live in my pocket, but I haven't got a pocket on here. Got Guthorm. I got a load of people sent me loads of stuff. I got some Warhammer kits. I got a Sentinel, and I got a Chimera from Dad and Scott and Kenneth and Dave. You know who these people are. From Smoo and Colin and that lot, birthday club, I got an awesome biplane, the SE5A Wolseley Viper in 148. I got a fantastic little 124th Japanese octopus ball van. It's a van that sells food. It's a food van, but they sell octopus balls. I also got a beautiful Citadel Warhammer Age of Sigmar horsey carty thing that I can't remember what it is. It's the light luminary thing. I can't explain it. It's all fantastic stuff. And I got lots of noms. One of the things I got, which you can't get in this country, foot-long Slim Jims. Foot-long Slim Jims.
Are they different flavours as well?
Yeah, they are. They're all different flavours. I've eaten half of them already. They're just fantastic. All kinds of bits of noms and all lots of bits and bobs. There's loads of other things as well. I got
a really cool hat.
And a really cool hat. We've done that bit. I got a massive Canadian A. I got a massive, not a seaplane, but a big plane that's designed for putting out forest fires from Smoo and the gang, as well as the biplane and the other bits. And the
isn't this the part where you're supposed to be saying cuddly toy, cuddly toy?
Yeah, a little wooden man.
Conveyor belt, sliding doors.
And I probably missed loads of stuff out because I got tons of stuff from all kinds of people. So thank you to everybody who sent me lovely things. I do apologise if I have not mentioned it now because I got so much I've kind of forgotten now.
Well, didn't you do well? You got a lot. You got a lot
as well.
You got feet.
New sneakers. Yay. Falling apart. So there you
go. Dennis Hack has mentioned the Christmas build. We were talking about that just before we came on air. He says, will there be a Christmas build? If so, what will we build?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we've.
I will build one of those.
Hang on, let me get mine.
Yeah. Now this could be a good idea if you guys wanted to as well. There's mine. I think mine's the same as Fox's, isn't it?
Yeah, me and Teddy got the same one.
I've got a different one.
What we're going to do, we're going to build these live on air over Christmas. I think we've decided on the 29th of December.
Is that the Saturday, I think, isn't
that's a Saturday.
Yes.
I think we'll be starting sometime after lunch, maybe around about 1 o'clock-ish, something like that. Times and dates are yet to be confirmed, so we'll do that. And might be a good idea if you want to build along as well. Get yourself a toon tank. They're a really good snap together kit. Won't need any glue, and it'll go together in no time at all. Whether you want to paint it,
yeah, we'll do like we did last year. We'll probably get them like pre-primed and stuff, and almost a set because I had mine primed and mostly assembled. So when I was ready to just start painting, and
is that cheating?
No, because otherwise I wouldn't have finished it on stream. Because don't forget, Ted was airbrushing his, and I was brushing mine. So
this is true. I'll have to have a think about it and find out what I'm going to do. And
yeah, I'm going to brush mine because
figure it out.
Airbrushing's too noisy for my end. So.
Well, I found that last year I just airbrushed at the bench, just acrylics.
Yes, you have a quiet compressor there, Ted, but I have a cheap Chinese knockoff.
Michael Jackman said, when Foxx builds a tank, I'll build a spaceship.
Cool.
And,
I'm building a tank in 2 weeks.
Sergeant Bones says, Foxx built a toon tank. So, Michael Jackman, time for you to build a spaceship.
Yes, I built that there, the KV2. You might see it in the cabinet. That's what we did last year. So I have done a tank.
So perhaps while you're watching us live build these tanks between Christmas and New Year, you can be building a spaceship.
Yes. Kenneth M says, you're more than welcome, folks. Your knowledge and personality is a gift to the world. Thank you very much, Kenneth. Kenneth also did send me some prezzies, but I'm opening them on Christmas Day because they're Christmas prezzies.
That's the best time to open them.
Yeah, not open them yet.
So that's it. That's a Christmas build. Yeah, get yourself a toon tank. They're not expensive. They're about 20 quid, are they?
Yeah,
oh, less than that.
They are now. Yeah. They're not expensive. They're great little fun. They're actually push fit kits, believe it or not.
So yeah. Spruglatic says, what compressor does Ted have? Hang on.
Go up on the chair, Ted. We don't want to see that.
That one. It's got it's heavy.
You could have just told us.
Yeah, it doesn't got a name.
I would have just told you, but I forgot what it is.
Is it the Iwata?
No, it's the.
Is it Spraymax?
Spraymax. Yeah. Spraymax. I can't remember what model it is. I think since this one, it's been superseded and they've rearranged things on it.
Yes, you've had that a couple of years, haven't you now?
Yeah. Yeah, fantastic piece of kit. Works wonderfully. Charges the tank up, gives you about 5 or 10 minutes spraying before it charges back up again. Obviously, depending on what pressure you've got. But yeah, it's one of the Sparmax. It came from eModels as well.
Yes, I was there. It was when you picked up the big U-boat. Was it not?
It?
I think it was. Or was it the time?
He had room in his car for something apart from the U-boat.
No, it might have been the time before, actually.
No, I think it was the Oshkosh. I picked up the Oshkosh.
Yeah, you might have picked up the Oshkosh.
Kenneth's actually in chat. He says, "Does Chris have one?" I think he was talking about the toon tanks, and yeah, I've got that one. Slightly different to the one they've got, the two they've got, but it's very similar.
Which one? You got the Fury one?
The Sherman Firefly.
Yeah,
but I don't know why it's different.
It's got a bigger cannon on it,
bigger guns, and it's got stuff tied onto it. So
yes, it's a later version.
I think if we'd have worked it out properly, you both would have had slightly different ones as well, because they do a pink one that Foxx would have loved.
Sprugler asks if that compressor, and it's a competitor then, if that compressor is very quiet.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, I certainly recommend the Sparmax set.
Andy at Nevbear Model Making says, just got one there, Brill. I don't know if he means the compressor or the tank kit. I think he means the compressor.
I think he meant the compressor, yeah.
I do need to get a new compressor. I've got one of the old, when you go onto the website named after a river, and you just get the generic compressor with tank.
That comes with 2 free airbrushes or something.
Yeah. Now, it was gifted to me, I have to be honest. It was gifted to me a couple of years ago. And it is a really good little compressor, but it's not the quietest.
Yeah, I got one of them as well.
But it's not broken down or anything, so I've no reason to replace it, but eventually it will start to peg it in there. Get myself
they're okay.
One, I think. I can't knock it. It's a great little compressor. It's just a bit noisy, that's all.
Michael Jackman says, no, he's got to build a real tank. I'm not sure if he means a real one-to-one tank.
Yeah, but then Sergeant Bones replies, then you have to build a real spaceship.
Michael Jackman does say, I've got a space shuttle in the stash. That's a real spaceship.
Yeah, Scale Model Vamp says, but can you go to space? And I would say, he will not go to space today.
And then Dad says, someone say space shuttle.
Yeah, Dad woke up. Space shuttle, what?
He likes someone said space shuttle. I heard someone say space shuttle somewhere.
Yes, Dad has a thing for the space shuttle. Although, Dad, you need to learn to spell spec properly.
Spec.
Zadster
says my Chinesium compressor isn't noisy.
I'll type it in chat for Dad so he knows properly.
It's fairly noisy. It's not. I don't think mine's terribly noisy. So
Yeah, I had the Chinese compressor without the air tank, and when that ran, it wasn't overly noisy.
Well, I think mine is rated at like 47 decibels or something. It's not massively loud. I could turn it on now, but I have to scrub around under the desk. It's not massively loud, but it kind of, you don't get long before it's got like a 2 or 3 litre tank, but you don't get a long period before it refills. So although it's not massively loud, if you were doing a live stream, it would kind of get annoying after a while.
Yeah, so the thing is, I'm used to only painting tiny 144 things, so I don't use a lot of air.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like when you paint anything else, it's like Ted says he gets 5 or 10 minutes. I get like half a minute, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. But I mean, it's dead reliable. It's absolutely fine. I will need to change it one day because it will die at some point. Jamie
Bones got a question that I'm pretty sure Foxx will be able to answer.
Does anyone know what the blue paint colour for Brother Prometheus' rifle is for the Warhammer Space Marine Mystery Pack? I'm going to assume he is an Ultramarine. So I'm going to have to let me look up Brother Prometheus. Hang on. Let me look it up. Because
in the meantime, Sprudelu's writing his letter to Santa saying, please can have a Sparmax compressor like Ted's. Yeah. Tell him to call it eModels on his way over and pick one up, and he can drop it off onto your tree for you Christmas Day.
I'm not sure which character it is. Is it a plasma rifle with the grill on the top that's supposed to be glowing? Is that the blue you're referring to? Tell me if that's the one. That's the one you mean. Is that Brother Prometheus?
Nobody knows.
I'm just checking now. Checking now.
Now, sir. Scale Model Vamp says Cantor blue, maybe.
Oh, if it's if it means the glowy bit on the rifle, there are different ways to do it. What I like to do is paint the grill bit white. Doesn't matter what white, any white will do. Paint the grill bit white. You'll need white of some sort, a very bright white base color. You'll need Lamian medium, and you'll need Gulliman blue. For not a too bright, it'd be a little darker than the one on there because I can't remember the name of the actual proper color. What I do is I paint them white first of all, the whole grill. Then I get some Lamian medium, and I get 4 brushfuls of Lamian medium to 1 brushful of Gulliman blue, and I brush that over the white. It collects in the recesses and around the edges. Let it dry, and go over with another coat, but add a bit more Gulliman blue, and focus it down to where you want the blue color to be, and keep it away from the top. And do 3 or 4 coats, and add a little bit more Gulliman blue to your mix of that and Lamian medium each time, and focus it round edges and in the middle of anything. And that way you'll get a nice fade between the darker blue and the light and the white at the top. Gravity will do it. That's one way of doing it. There are other ways of doing it. That's the way I like to do it. It's kind of hard to explain in words.
It's even harder to explain in mime.
Yeah, or in interpretive dance.
Yeah, that would be tricky. Yeah.
Yes.
Michael Jacobin says he agrees with Dad. The space shuttle is the greatest thing ever to fly and man's biggest achievement to date. But then Spid says he disagrees. Cheesecake and coffee are man's greatest achievements.
I'm sorry. I've just found out today that coffee fudge is man's greatest achievement because it's fudge and Arabica coffee beans. That beats everything.
Ice cream all the way.
Yeah, but imagine ice cream, but turned into fudge.
Fudge ice cream.
But then take out the ice cream and just have the fudge. It's improved vastly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of ice cream, must admit. Donald McKenzie says he's nervously sitting doing some decals with Set and Soul and a cat that's been ejected from the living room due to the Christmas tree.
Yes.
He says he's seen some of you guys with 3D printed, possibly homemade big bases. Are we talking big bases for model kits, or like a display base, like a diorama base, or what sort of big base are we talking about?
I've not used any 3D printed stuff. I have not a 3D printer.
Yeah,
I haven't done any big bases.
However, sitting down with decals while we're on is token for disaster, really, isn't it?
Or maybe with one decal, that'd be
Unless it means like things to put pots and stuff in.
Well, that's what I'm not sure about. For storing your Set and Soul, maybe.
Yeah,
things like that.
Yeah, putting the Set and Soul in. That's it. That's
like
what it's all about.
They're not 3D printed. They're just made by your mod for the evening. Dad has made those for us.
I haven't got one.
They're just made of plastic card.
I haven't got one. Paul made me one for me extra thin, but that's all.
I just rather keep knocking mine over rather than having to buy new ones. So.
Out of nowhere, Dave Cardboard seems to say bacon sandwich. I think they're voting on what the day's achievements are.
I think he's on about man's greatest invention, bacon sandwiches. Yeah, even vegetarians like bacon sandwiches. Can't deny that. However, Nicholas needs to time.
Just to jump back to Jamie Bones' question, although we don't normally do this, Jamie, if you go onto my channel somewhere, there will be a video at some point where I'm showing how to paint that plasma effect. It might be on the Stormwolf, but it might not. It might be on, I can't remember what else I've painted that's got figures in it now, but somewhere on there, there'll be a Warhammer video with a figure painting bit. So have a look.
Kenneth puts in his vote for what the greatest achievement is. He says it's Bandai plastic. The way you can have the inner frame and complete movable on a sprue blows his mind. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yep, that's pretty awesome.
The Zaku 2 was the first time I'd encountered that. It wasn't the whole inner frame bit, but it was like the arms and the legs were built, articulated, and yeah, they're pretty clever.
I've always said that in terms of the sheer engineering, Bandai beat every other model manufacturer hands down. For quality. The only thing I wish they did was actually bake their plastic, but they don't. But that's because they like to have moving joints and stuff. But hey.
Rhodey said he's just come back from watching a film at the cinema, but I've missed what film he was talking about. But he said it would also be a trilogy, but the good thing is the movie ends and you have no idea what the following movie will be.
Oh, it's the one with the giant cities that drive around. Mortal Engines.
Engines.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. I've heard about that one coming out. It's part of a trilogy, is it?
I can't say I've had any interest in desire to watch that, but
I like big
boats, and I cannot
big
lie.
budget, big spectacle films, sort of things. So yeah,
I've read a few people saying it's like,
yeah, but a lot of people say that about films, and I often
that's true.
quite enjoy watching a film.
Yeah,
I don't remember the last film that I've watched that I thought I didn't enjoy that. I didn't,
Have you not
watched it, and it's just brainless popcorn film. But
have you not watched Battlefield Earth? Because you will regret watching that.
Watching what?
Battlefield Earth. You will regret watching that.
It's not a patch on the book.
I'm not. Well, I'm not. I wouldn't actually ever admit if I had that I have read the book.
You should read the book. The book is actually quite good.
No, I might pass on.
It's like that big, but it's really quite good. And it doesn't make your head go like that while you're reading it, because you have to do that when you're watching the film.
Yeah, it doesn't have John Travolta in it doing weird nonsense. A few people ask about the hat. Say about the hat. Yes,
Lorna's asking about the hat.
Yes, it was a present for my birthday from Chris, and Chris sat there, or there, depending on how you got it. Paul, or there, and I got the snood as well, which I wore at the start of the show, which you missed. I can't wear it now because it just makes me sweat like a sweating thing.
Just while we're on the topic of films, as a discussion topic, this one really came from James. I don't know if James is watching tonight. James May. In the James May household, there's been an ongoing discussion about the ultimate Christmas movie. Could it be? Is it Die Hard?
Before you do this, I know how this is going to go down in the chat, but I'll keep.
Yeah. Which is the ultimate Christmas movie? Now, Christmas is coming up. Which one would you sit down and watch? Would you sit down and watch Die Hard, or would you sit down and watch Santa Claus the movie, the 1985 version, by the way?
Yeah. Does
or is
Wizard of Oz not count as a Christmas movie because they show it every Christmas, and The Great Escape? And...
No. But then again, you could include Star Wars as well until I was a kid anyway. Well, no, it's the ultimate Christmas. There's always Die Hard because it's set at Christmas. It's a movie set in Christmas because Die Hard's set in Christmas, isn't it? So I would say personally, Die Hard, because nobody cares about Santa Claus the movie. It's rubbish.
but
would you say, Ted?
Yeah, would you sit down with the family and watch Die Hard?
Yeah.
Or
they'd have to be forced to watch it, but yeah.
Santa Claus movie. Or there's a few other suggestions coming in. What we've got? We've got Die Hard. Jamie Bourne says Fury. It's set in the snow. Love Actually, says Lord Barclay III. Gremlins.
Redland says Scrooged. Zadster says Where Eagles Dare.
What is Where Eagles Dare usually on?
No, they don't really do the old war movies anymore.
Up at Christmas Carol, says Wayne.
Yeah. Beyond Hope says it's got to be A Wonderful World with Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart.
It sounds a bit like me now.
Let me know when you start the impression, Ted.
Michael Jackman does say a little bit earlier that the book of Battlefield Earth is miles better than the film. So yeah, it's another vote for the book.
L. Ron Hubbard Scientology nonsense, isn't it? There,
it's not really. It's not. The book isn't full of it.
It's pretty much full of it.
It's yeah. I mean, I read it before I knew Scientology was a thing.
Yeah, I take it out
still,
of that context.
It's a good read. But
the scary thing with Scientology is that you get to a certain point of the knowledge and then they reveal all that to you about the aliens and stuff.
We don't do politics on this show.
Yes,
or religion, and it's sort of classed as I
think it's classed as nonsense. It's neither religion nor politics. It's Nightmare Before Christmas says RLE82.
All right. Yeah. Lorna says it was always the Sound of Music or the Wizard of Oz when she was growing up. It was always Jason the Argonauts as well, wasn't it?
No, Jason the Argonauts was a New Year's Day film.
Yeah,
because it was Jason the Argonauts, and then within a few days it was the Christmas lectures.
Oh, Spruglu says Watership Down. There's a new one of them coming out this year, isn't there?
I saw a clip of that. The animation looked terrible.
It is. It looks really bad. It's done by somebody that has done films, but not the big films that you know about.
It kind of looks like CGI was 10 years.
So I read some comment about it on Facebook that they said it looks like an early 2000s computer game, and I wonder which character we play.
Yeah. I kind of looked at that, and all I could think in the back of my head was the Ultramarines movie, which was equally terrible as looking. A Christmas Carol with either Alistair Sim or the Muppets.
Oh yeah. Now my wife has to watch Alistair Sim Christmas Carol, guaranteed.
Well, then again, Muppet Christmas movie. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Rhodey's asking me, is that book from Mortal Engines? No, it predates Mortal Engines. It's Battlefield Earth is the book that we've been talking about.
Yes,
he wrote it. Ron L. Hubbard 8 years ago. Probably wrote it 30 or 40 years ago. It might be more than that.
Yes, L. Ron Hubbard, the guy that founded the Scientology thing, whacked into his loony ideas. But we're talking about bad films, and Battlefield Earth is apparently the worst film ever made.
It's been classified as bad films on many, many levels. Yeah,
I have actually watched it. I did actually sit down and watch it.
I've watched it.
Yeah, it was. It was an experience.
I don't feel cross from having watched it.
No, I don't feel bad that I watched it because I went in knowing I was going to watch it. I'm like, no, I actually watched it because it's so bad. I didn't feel robbed because I didn't pay anything. I just watched it, and it was like, well, I've experienced it now. I can never take John Travolta seriously ever again.
Well, you didn't really take him that seriously before, did you?
Well, no, he had potential before then.
There is also the new Mary Poppins films out now.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah, somebody said Mary Poppins. Who said Mary Poppins?
There's a new one, isn't there? Mary Poppins Returns or something.
I just misheard Ted, and I thought he said Mary Puppies. I'm like, what?
Mary Puppies.
Mary Puppies, everyone.
Mary Puppies.
Beyond Hope says, don't worry, folks. Hollywood's running out of ideas so fast. Expect to see a live-action version of Watership Down in the next few years.
Yeah, they're already breeding and training the rabbits.
I did read somewhere. I'd read a headline of a review. I've not read the reviews yet, but I read a review that's saying it's like Watership Down, but softened a little bit. And it's like they've kind of taken the edge off to make it, I guess, more kid-friendly. But I've not watched it. I've only just caught bits of reviews. And I'm thinking, why would you water it down? You just leave the story as it is. It's supposed to be dark and horrible and scary.
It did sort of traumatize a lot of kids at some point, didn't it?
Yeah, that's the point. That was the 1970s, and we all grew up fine.
Yeah, no rabbits were harmed in the making of this film.
Yeah. Apart from the ones that didn't survive.
We have a model making question.
No, we don't want that.
Can't answer, but somebody in chat may be able to. And I think it's something we've shown in What's in Store before. But Chrissy,
I think I was on last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, Chrissymon 1001. It rhymes. Chrissymon, which sounds like a Pokemon. I choose you. Chrissymon 1001 says, anyone built the Revell 172nd Black Pearl? Now, I know we've showed that in What's in Store before.
Yeah, I haven't built it, so, yep.
Yeah, we shall hand that over to the chat. Anyone in chat built it? Let Chrissymon, he or she, know whether it's a decent kit.
Michael Jackman said he's just got an email where he mentions the subject and his German tiger has been dispatched.
Hoorah!
So, yeah, maybe they were watching the live stream and thought, hang on, I better go and dispatch that tiger.
No. Watership Down is not a kid's book, says Phil Lewis. Yeah, exactly. That's why it shouldn't be watered down into a kid's film. It should be.
Yeah, I hope they still have the theme tune, though.
I know. If it hasn't got bright eyes in it, then
it's not the same.
But I mean, you know, we've all watched the cartoon when we were kids when it came out, and it's like it was a dark, traumatic, terrifying cartoon. It scarred children, and we're all normal now. Hey.
Fairly normal most of the time.
Yeah. It's a bit like the Snowman, really, wasn't it?
No, we don't discuss the Snowman.
It's not at all.
We don't talk about that.
Oh.
That's one of those things I don't want to watch. Snowman, Wizard of Oz, and the other one that this is the Christmas one, the Sound of Music. I just walk out the room if they come on.
Wasn't it the Snowman that guy? What was he called? Sang the theme tune.
Yeah,
Alice.
Yeah, but it wasn't actually him. He takes the credit for it, but it wasn't him.
Yeah, he did the song, but he didn't do it in the film or something. Or
It makes me amazed to think that it's the Snowman is saccharine nonsense, pap drivel. I can't watch it, but it's the same animator that did the cartoon about the old couple after the nuclear
when the wind blows.
Yeah, that's quite sad and moving, and it's like
that was really. I had read the graphic novel of that when I was in school, and that was quite dark. Yeah,
and that's like, okay, well, he really blotted his copybook with the Snowman. We hate him, but then he made When the Wind Blows. He's like, okay, now he's allowed back in again. Whereas John Travolta, of course, 20 years, he came back and was on the cusp of becoming great, and then Battlefield Earth.
Zadster says that old Alice Jones recorded the CD. Everyone forgets the lady who did the film. And I know it's Alid, but it sounds like a girl. It's definitely Alice, isn't it? It's Alice Jones.
It's Alid Jones. There's a Jungle Book in there as well. That's coming out as well. I've just seen that.
Another live action one.
Yeah.
Beyond Hope says the original animated Lord of the Rings was a lot darker than the recent Peter Jackson.
A lot shorter as well.
Yeah, it wasn't like three. I've got no interest in Lord of the Rings, but I saw the animated one as a kid, and it was like, wow, that's dark. Colin at Festa 67 says the best supporting actor in Battlefield Earth was Travolta's wig.
That was quite. He had a big head as well. Yeah. His head was like 3 times the size. Yeah.
Jobby.
I can't remember the name of the aliens now. It's
the Uranu Ivarva.
No, I can't.
The irrelevant the unuptake
No, someone will tell me at some point. Someone who's read the book.
Michael Jackman had a go at answering Chrissy Mum 1001. Chrissy Mum 1001. Chrissy Mum 1001. He had a go at answering his question. He said he's built many tall ships, but not the Black Pearl. He's built the Revell pirate ship of the same scale back in the 1996, predating the pirate films. Probably just the same kit, I would think.
But I have to say, he then ends his comment there without saying whether that kit was any good. So let him know if that one was it, because it's going to be very similar, isn't it? So animated Lord of the Rings was supposed to be in 2 parts, but second part never got made, says Phil Lewis.
Vincent at Mr. Lost Model Making says to Ted, it's already out on Netflix and it's called Mowgli. It does take a refreshing perspective of the story, with the interaction with a human village being more front and center. Isn't
that the one that came out a year or 2 ago, and there's another live one in production?
I don't know. I thought this was like an exclusive to Netflixy thing, but it might be a new one.
Maybe that's where I've seen it. It was a Netflix advert or something like that.
Yeah, there was one a few years back that was like Tarzan. That was a live action thing, but I think this is Tarzan. Might be.
AJ makes a good point. He says Disney's The Black Hole. So bad, I haven't seen it in a long time. So bad, it's great. I haven't seen that in a long time, but Chris is about to show us something now that's relevant to Disney's Black Hole.
If it's Disney, they must be singing in it. Lock it on, Chris.
It's Vincent.
Oh, where'd you get that?
That's an original toy from the 1970s, 70-ish, maybe 80s. His leg comes out. I think only one comes out now. And he's got little arm things that come out the sides.
Dude, you need to get that painted up.
That's why I found. Well, my mum found it in a box of stuff.
Is it in your old bedroom that your mum's kept exactly?
It was in my old bedroom, and his head goes up and down, and everything's great. So I did consider doing that. There was also a few old He-Man toys in there that I gave to Paul for him to paint up. And Paul, he's not done anything with them.
Michael Jackman says the 172nd pirate ship was a good kit. I gave it to my boss at the time for his desk.
Oh well, I can't see Revell doing much different. They probably just adjusted that kit. And
Boswick 9000 calls out from underneath a pile of stickers and says the Phantom Menace is the worst film he's ever seen.
No,
I can dispute that because that film was never made. You can't have seen it. It doesn't exist. So you're talking nonsense. There's no such film called The Phantom Menace.
Now go back to last week's discussion. Was the Christmas edition not worse?
That doesn't even exist anyway.
Yeah, no, nobody admits to that. It's fine.
I don't think anybody was involved in that. Even you can't even blame that on George Lucas. So.
No. SpiddyQ8 says, I dreamed that I was reciting Lord of the Rings to an audience the other night, but it turns out I was just talking in my sleep.
Hero Week, trying to fish. Thanks for
you caught took over there.
Phil Lewis says, oh my God, Spid, that physically hurt.
Stephen Rolfe says, Black Hole, brilliant 70s stuff, love it. When was it? It must have been late 70s.
Yeah, very late.
Was it 80s? It might have been 1980.
Very late 70s, I think. I really don't remember much about it, though.
It was the ship that was experimenting things near a black hole but ended up going through it.
I remember the little floaty dude, and I remember
the floaty dude's Vincent, and the other one was Maximilian.
The one that didn't actually move at all.
He had drilly things that sort of popped out, but yeah.
I remember some god awful. If we're talking about bad movies, I remember some god awful sci-fi movie with the guy that who's the actor that played Chekhov in Star Trek.
In the original one,
Walter Koenig. Koenig. It had him, and it was something to do with the princess on the moon or something. It was terrible. It was, I must have blanked it out because all I remember is Walter Koenig and something to do with the princess on the moon or Mars.
Phil Lewis says, oh my God, SpiddyQ8, that physically hurt.
I did that one a minute ago.
It's a joke. I was reading other things.
We don't listen to each other, do
we? Pete Rogers says there were only 3 Star Wars films.
Yeah. 4, 5, and 6.
There's 8 of them now. 11-ish. There's loads.
There was 3 made in the 70s and the 3 made in the last 7 or 8 years.
Get out. There's more than that. There's loads.
No. There was no Star Wars movies between 1990.
Rogue One and Solo as well.
Yeah, no, I'm counting them. I'm just not counting anything made after 1982
and
it's fine. 2009.
Paul Desmasio says, do a remake of The Last Starfighter. That was great.
They keep saying they're going to do that. That keeps being in the works every now and then.
They sort of did. There's the guy that did the Ready Player One book, Ernst someone or other, did another book called Armada, which is almost a remake of, but not quite. But there are rumors that they are remaking, but it's been on the slate for like 10 years. Yeah. Never Model Making says, shall I ban him? I assume that's somebody referring. I don't know who that was referring to, but it's probably somebody saying something blasphemous about Star Wars. It's been me or Spid. Or
yeah, it'd be somebody saying something blasphemous about Star Wars.
Phil Kett says 1980, I believe. Ended up seeing that instead of Empire Strikes Back because my dad hadn't booked tickets and it was sold out.
Then he's never spoken to his dad since. That was another awesome movie, The Last Starfighter, says Spid. We're just doing movie talk tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, it seems to have got there.
The Last Starfighter has aged so much, and yet it's still kind of watchable. Although, I have to say, who remembers a movie called Enemy Mine?
Yeah, I was vaguely...
That was a good film. It was a tense, small-budget sci-fi film.
Phil Lewis says, I want a mainstream kit of the Gunstar.
I think there's been a few out over the years. But
yeah, I think they've been like garage kits rather than proper...
Yeah, not many. Lord Barkley remembers Enemy Mine. Sergeant Bones remembers it. Nev Bone remembers it.
Nevo says Spid. He's trying to ban Spid for bad jokes. I don't think that's part of the terms and conditions.
Oh yes. No, we ban Spid all the time. So
he keeps coming back.
Not a threat with Spid. He's used to being banned. Enemy Mine was on Sky last night. It says Michael Jackerman.
Was that the one that was like the aliens that come to Earth and live amongst us and get jobs and stuff?
No,
was that a TV show?
Wasn't that V?
No, not V. There was another one that there was like a buddy cop series that one of them was Alien.
That was Alien Nation.
That was it. That's the one I'm thinking about.
Where it's the basically the humans fighting the alien dudes, and the human pilot crashes on a planet, and the only other person on the planet is the alien dude. Or they crash and they kind of have to end up helping each other. They're enemies, but they have to.
Picard and Damok on.
Yeah, Damok and Jalal Montenegro. Timber, his arms wide. His eyes unfurled.
Yeah, everyone's saying it's Alien Nation. Okay.
Yes, Alien
I was close. I got one word
right. They drank sour milk. I would want a mainstream kit of the Firefox, says Osric. There was one many years ago, but after that, it's all resin kits.
Ant Ant at Bashing Kits did a resin kit of
Yes.
the Firefox.
He busted it before he even started building it.
Yeah, a little bit.
No. We put it back together. Yeah, it's only really light. Michael Jackman says Alien Nation was on after Enemy Mine the other night. Wow, I don't even have Sky. Dennis Quaid, that's the actor. Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
Brian Wimble says Alan Nation. It was the British version. Anders Ericsson says, evening all, did I miss anything important? Nope, we've been talking about movies.
Ask Fox about his
No doubt.
stuff, though.
Yeah, ask him about his scarf.
I don't want to put it on again. I got
Contractually
a
obliged.
scarf from Chris and Paul for my birthday, so we started the show with a gag where I'm wearing, and there you go, and it's really hot. Something we're talking about derusting compressor tanks on tanks.
Yeah, somebody asked about how to derust a tank, and Speedy Q's got the answer already. It's just derust it. Yeah, it depends how badly it's derusted. If it's flaky and sort of rusty water's coming out all the time and you can't get rid of it.
For those who don't see the chat, though, he says similar to a motorbike tank, gravel and water to loosen the flaky stuff, swill out with methylated spirits. Anything I wouldn't do is a resin coat it. Just drain it after every use afterwards. To be honest, though, if it's got to that point, it's
going to be getting a new one.
I'd be worried if it's got a tank. I'd be worried about using it if it had rusted even a little bit, because it's just under pressure and it might go.
Yeah, I'm a complete wuss when it comes to my compressor, because it's right under my desk there, and if it ever does go, it's right near all my important parts.
Yeah, I'm quite fond of my important parts like legs and toes. Yeah,
feminine areas and such like.
Quite attached to them. I like them to be attached to me.
I would suggest that prevention is better than cure. But if it's really
Beyond Hope says they can't really do a MiG-31 Firefox, as the dastardly Russians actually designed and built a real MiG-31 fast interceptor. Now, talking about MiGs, I've started my eModels build of.
I see what you did there. Can you lock it on Chris, please, Ted?
We forgot to ask. What have you been doing this week, Chris?
I've started doing the MiG-21, not the 31, because I didn't know that was a thing. But it's the eModels pack from Edward.
What is it, Ted?
It's Edward.
Oh, it gets it right now.
It's a pack of 2 for the price of 1, or 2 for the price of 2, really. But so I've started building that, and I haven't done much of the building yet, but I'll show you a little bit that I've got started on. There it is.
Which bit is that?
Don't drop it. I'll see if I can find my camera controls and do a little bit of a zoomage.
For the love of God, don't drop it on the carpet.
It's all right. I've got another one, because there's 2 in the pack. That is the instrument panel from the front of a plane. It's a little bit small. It's got all nice little dials and stuff on it.
It's actually got all the dials and things molded into it.
It's got dials on it.
I can see now that the altimeter is in the wrong place.
I'm not going to be painting individual hands on all the little dials, but apparently there is a decal for it, so I'll see how that works out.
Do you get a pilot?
You don't get pilots. No, it's very annoying. I'm going to be doing pretty much what's on the box there. There are 2, so I'm doing one in very shiny chrome, and I've got them C1 to do proper shiny chrome, and I'm going to be doing one in traditional greeny brown camo. Now, if anyone's watched any of my builds previously, you'll be aware that I don't do accurate or good. So my kits are more inspired by rather than directly copying things. So I'll build it all.
You're an impressionist model.
Impressionist, yeah, that's it. I'll build it all properly according to the instructions, and then the painting, it looks a bit like that. So yeah, I'm deliberately going to go quite shiny with the chrome, which is probably not very realistic.
So 1/44 scale, held at arm's length, it will look pretty good.
Yep. With your eyes shut in a dark room, it will look really, really nice.
The thing is though, the model, and this is what some people talk about sometimes. Model making is about having fun, and if your idea of fun is to make something that's the most accurate thing it can be compared to the real thing, that's fantastic. If you like to make it look like whatever is on the box, that's brilliant. If you just want to have fun and make up a color scheme and just make it look funky, like paint your Sherman tank like Hello Kitty, that's fine. All it matters is you're having fun. Paint it how you like it.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, if people want to complain and say that's not the official colour scheme for that particular model, then that's fine as well. But I wasn't going for it. So
Andy at Nevbo Model Making says that's all of it at 1/44 scale.
pretty much.
Lord Barkley III says paint roller. Where's it gone? Oh, it's in the roller. Somebody said something that I was going to respond to. Nicholas C says your Warhammer stock, Fox. I don't know what that means. Can you explain? Can you explain your question to me? Your Warhammer stock.
No.
On that note, I have finished something this week or last week.
Yeah, what have you been doing this week, Fox?
Well, I've finished, and I can't show you because it's secured away. I can show you bits. Can I show you bits?
But honest, we finished it. Honest, we did.
Is it on the trolley? Hang on. I did. I did finish two things. Well, sort of finished. I've finished. I'm building the Strike Rouge Otori Master Grade, and I've finished. I don't know where all the bits are now. They're all in different places. I have finished the actual mobile suit part, not the backpack. And I can't remember what I've done with the torso. It's somewhere, and I can't remember where it is. But I've got some legs. They're all finished and painted. Inner frame is all done. The armor is painted and matted and all decaled, and everything is lovely done. I've put the
worst comes to the worst. If you can't find the torso, you could attach them to your new puffin.
I think it's. I know where it is. It's in the box. It's in the box. I can't get it out. It's in the box in a bag to keep it safe. So the mobile suit is done. I need to make a start on the backpack now because I haven't started that yet. And I've also almost finished my Torox, which you remember I've been making for about 18 weeks. I'll see if I can zoom in a bit.
Did that start off with tracks?
It comes with tracks, but I've got focus for some bizarre reason.
That's not zoom, that's focus.
Whoa, what happened there? Where's my focus gone like that for? There we go. That's zoom. Can I get that to focus any better? Doodle-doo. So I've almost finished it. It's all been painted. I've done loads of mud and dirt and earth underneath. I followed Ted's example. I used some Ammo by MiG dark earth powders.
And how did you get it on there?
What did I do, Ted?
Yeah, slap it on. Slap it on.
It was a well-oiled machine. I slapped it all on. And then while the pigment was on there, what I did was, and it was still not glued on, it was coated with oil paint thinners just to make it soak in. And then when that had dried, I went over it with some Ammo by MiG wet mud splash effects and just pasted that. And what I did was I got a floppy brush and an airbrush and just air from the airbrush.
Yeah. Floppy
brush, and I went like that, and I got all these splats and splots of mud, and I let it build up. And then after 3 days, when it had dried, because it's an amateur forever, I matte varnished it. So it's all been matte varnished. It's all been painted up. The only thing I've got to do now is go back and touch in or bring back all the highlights on the gold and the silver metallic parts, and then finish the two dudes, and that will be done. So that's pretty much almost finished now. So I've got to go back and put all the shiny, because I've obviously matte varnished over all the metallic parts. So they need to be just carefully touched back in again to get some shine. And I've got to do the exhausts on the side here, get the gold and burnt metal effect going on.
There's several complaints in chat that you've got wheels on it.
Yeah, I know. Kenneth. Hello, Kenneth.
It wasn't Kenneth.
Was it not?
Yeah.
I think everybody else is doing that on behalf of Kenneth there.
You've got a bag full of tracks you could have used.
Yeah.
No, I still have got the tracks. If somebody wants them, I've got all the track parts.
Lord Barkley III says, is it me or does Fox look like a strawberry Jaffa cake when he looks down?
I'll do that.
And LD's just come in. He's saying, evening, Rodeo Monday. I don't think he understands why you're wearing a hat. Why are you wearing a hat, Fox?
I always wear a hat. I just happen to be wearing a different hat. Because somebody, I've got to do it again, haven't I?
Yeah.
Because Chris and Paul got me the hat, the silly hat, and this snood for Christmas, my birthday even. But I can't wear it because it's moist and hot. What am I doing now? Where's the chat?
Where's the chat?
Dad says no tracks needed.
Spriglu says, please, Fox, can we see the Millennium Falcon box?
I can go and get it, but it's in the box that it came in. Hang on, I'll go and get it. Oh.
In the meantime, we'll have a short interlude.
Yeah, he's not really going to get the box. I think he needs a wee break.
Have you got that potter's wheel, or make a pot while we're having an interlude?
Up. Yeah.
While we're having an interlude. What have I been doing? I should ask myself.
I was going to say, have you been doing anything this week, Ted?
What have I been doing? Well, as promised, from last week. As promised, I've been making the eModels U-boat video.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've been doing figures.
Right, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, he's back. Oh,
You're
well.
not going to be
He's
impressed.
back.
It's just a big box.
Have you not opened it yet?
No, not yet. It says on the side.
It says Millennium Falcon. I saw that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the Millennium Falcon's in the box.
It's big. It's heavy. It's twice as deep. If you've ever ordered the fine molds Millennium Falcon, twice as deep. Shall I open it?
Go on. Open it from the bottom, then you can do an unboxing from the top.
Well, I'm gonna. What I've said at the start of the thing was, it's going to be a while before I start the build anyway, well into the new year. But I will do an unboxing, sort of what's in the box video in the next sort of couple of weeks. So
there is a nice tranny box, isn't there? This is the special unique packing box for it. But
yeah, this is the unique sort of shipping box.
So you're now seeing live on the eModels live stream, live on a Monday night, the Millennium Falcon.
Live from Nottingham, it's 5 to 5.
and now we're going to get Foxx to start building it.
Yeah. So yes, I will do like a what's in the box kind of video, but it's going to be quite a while. There's bits of fudge coming out of that.
Do you never do? Have you ever opened a box to look at a kit? You fetch a box or a kit to your bench, you put it down on the bench, and you open it. Just have a look at what's inside, and then you get a spray. I think, well, oh yeah, it looks all right. Yeah, I wonder if that bit just goes on there. Yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah.
And then you glue it together, and next thing you've got half a kit before you only what's looking for.
Dave Cardboard says Foxx has a knife on camera. Stand by A&E.
Yeah, go on, the Foxx.
Look at that! You're a bit flashing you a bit of hull there.
It's just all the shubbies of music happens as when you open the thing.
Right, let me see if I can get this out. Yeah, notice how this box is actually that's probably twice as deep as the Fine Molds Millennium Falcon kit box.
Does that mean you got two of them in there?
I'm just wondering if I have because it does seem a little bit thick. It's a bit like me, a little bit thick. It says one on the box, but I can't believe the box is that deep. Hang on.
Everyone's saying you'll be impressed. People are quite excited and dribbling, apparently. Zed says it's the pre-opening opening.
Don't forget, if you fancy this bottle, you can
There's one.
have a look on the eModels website. You can get yourself this kit. Just slap it in your basket.
Osric says stay on target.
That is massive.
I hope everybody's got the Star Wars theme tune going around the head.
Oh yeah. And
How does it go, Ted?
Rather amusingly, the only sign on this of Revell is a sticker on the back.
All right.
And that's literally a sticker that's been stuck on there. So
Does it say Bandai on it anywhere, though?
Eh?
Does it say Bandai on it anywhere?
it says Bandai all over it.
It does. I can't see any bits on the top, that's all.
It says it under there. It says it.
Oh, there is down there, yep.
Lord Barkley said this.
But
Lord Barkley said this is episode 1, so there's 7 episodes to this.
yeah. So it's just a sticker saying it's Revell, which is just gone over the Bandai bit on the back. That is a beautiful box. It's massive. And I'm going to look forward to, I'm actually looking forward just to doing the unboxing. But then again, knowing what perfect grade kits are like, it's going to take me 3 hours to get everything back in the box. So that is going to be fun to unbox. But it's going to be a while before I get started. It'll be in the new year because I've got other kits I need to do first. So
Colin does say it's a nice kit. Will you start at episode 6? Zed says it does look nice. It's 300 quid in box alone.
Yeah, I have actually decided there will be that the final episode, I can guarantee, will be episode 6. I'm not guaranteeing how many episodes there'll be, but the final episode will be episode 6.
Is it going to be 5.1 and 5.2?
I'm not saying, I'm just saying I'm guaranteeing. Final episode. Just wait on before I get tempted to start sticking things together.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's always a fear of doing that. I'll just open the box to have a look.
So I cannot wait to start that. It's going to be in the new year. It's going to be a while yet. It's not going to be a quick. It's going to be. I've got to do the Master Grade Cesarean stuff first, but I will be doing an eModels build before that. Before Master.
A little bit smaller than that, isn't it?
What's that?
Your next eModels build.
Yes, it's. So the project when I finish the Strike Gundam, which I showed you a minute ago, I'm then going to do the little Chibi Meng stuff for eModels. Just a fun little build. Then when that is done, I'm going to do my Master Grade Sazabi, because that's technically commission. And then I'm going to do this big Millennium Falcon. I can't wait.
Zatster says, is it episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 139, 146.
It will definitely be 6 will be the final episode.
Yeah, well,
I'm fully expecting it to be normal episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then episode 6 is like 73 hours long.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Colin says it's a nice kit when you start at episode 6. This is actually back in, just so everybody knows, they had it on pre-order at eModels for a while, for about a month or so. As soon as the kits came in from Revell, all the pre-orders were fulfilled and they were out of stock. They pre-ordered quite a lot, and all the pre-orders gone. So they actually ordered more. They now have them back in stock again, but apparently Revell kind of goofed with the numbers, so they're in stock now. I think they can. One of you just I can quickly check. I think they're in stock at the minute.
I'll have a look.
But Revell have said it's going to be a few weeks before they get more stock to be able to send it out to distribute out to all the stores again. So they do have some. They were able to get more in stock, but we don't know how many they've got. So if you are thinking of getting one of these Falcons, don't hang around, because as soon as they've gone out of stock, it could be weeks and weeks and weeks before they get more from Revell. Because Revell underestimated the demand for them, which is kind of a dumb thing, really, because everybody knows they were going to sell well. So,
the Bandai Perfect Grade 172nd Millennium Falcon, eModels number 01206, is in stock now.
Yep. I don't know how many they've got. So if you are looking to get one, or get one for somebody for Christmas, don't hang around. Even maybe get it in your basket now while you're watching.
Very limited stock, it says. Very limited stock.
Yes.
Sergeant Bond says, yeah, slap it in your basket.
Yeah. And remember, like Ted always says, even if you've got it in your basket, it's not yours till you've paid for it. So if you take half an hour to get to the checkout, somebody else could have come and bought it. So don't hang around. And limited stock, it will be a while before they get more, because Revell goofed and screwed up and didn't get enough from Bandai. So
while we're talking about putting things in your basket,
Chris, what's the price on that?
It was $349.99.
Be $49.99.
Yeah, it seems everything around that price comes in big boxes, as Mike Mountain just said. You should see the size of the submarine box. So.
Yes, I like big. It actually, will it fit in the back of your mini, Ted?
Just goes in desk boot.
Screw Glue says, is the Millennium cheaper than a divorce?
Nevbo, can you ban Ted, please?
While we're talking about what's in store, what's in store? Can we
What's in store? Can we have a look at what's in store?
Is this like a professional linking thing that we're going to work in?
We're almost getting professional now.
I don't know how this is working. It's not.
I'll say the Falcon is cheaper than a divorce, and at the end of it, you have a Millennium Falcon. Let the chips fall where they may.
Nevbo's banned Ted, but I don't think.
But during the divorce, does she get half the Millennium Falcon?
No, because she built it at that point.
She get the cockpit or something like that. Right. It's that time again. Well, it's past that time when we should go and have a look at what's in store.
Actually, before you go, Ted, I've got something very important I need to announce. Gary Pashley actually watched Star Wars on TV all the way through Saturday night for the first time. Which Star Wars?
Quite impressive. Well, the original was in episode 4.
How can that be
the one that's called Star Wars, isn't it?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Good man. You've done the right thing. Just watch 4, 5, and 6 and then stop, and then do like the moderns from the last 5 years and watch those. Go on, Ted. Sorry.
I forgot. What was I saying?
What's in store, Ted?
Oh, yeah. What's in store? Yeah, that's what we're up to. Yeah. Right. Yeah. What's in store? It's my turn this week. There's a tenuous link in there. Well, we'll go along in a moment and have a look. When I find the right buttons to press, we'll go along and have a look at what's in store.
Have you looked it on you, Ted?
I haven't yet. I could have a look at me now.
We have to check.
Yeah. This week, what's in store? We'll have a look. You might guess what it is as we progress through the items about what's in store, but don't tell anybody. Don't type it into chat until we come back to me and we say go. Even if you know what it is, because somebody might pinch your answer if you typed it in chat before.
Yeah. Well, you can type it in, just don't send it yet.
Yeah,
You've got your answer typed and ready to go, but
right. Without further ado, I shall do some screen sharing.
Spruglu's got a guess for the theme already. He says, "Is it Dallas?"
Yeah.
Right, screen share. Screen share. We'll share that. We'll get that bit out of the way as well. Yeah, what's in store this week? Well, first of all, I don't actually know why I chose this, because I've just realised I can't say the name.
Go on, Ted. You've got to do it.
Yeah, it's the ICM 135 Panzerschlafwagen.
Panzerschlafwagen. It's watching in black and white. That will be the ICM 135th Panzerschlafwagen.
Sparwagen. It's a railway car. Yeah, it's an armoured railway car. 135th scale. I've never seen anything like this before. It reminds you of them things. It's like them diggers, isn't it, that do the sort of work on the railway, where they turn up on the wheels and then set off and trundle down the railway.
The correct pronunciation, it's Spähwagen.
Spähwagen.
Right. What's the bit on the top for?
I think that's an aerial, isn't it?
That's the antenna.
All right. Communications. They're a bit stuck, really, where they can go, aren't they? Quick. Yeah.
If it's not got a reverse, they're a bit screwed.
Yeah, quick, follow that Sherman. Blast, he's turned left. We can't go. We're going right.
Zadster says someone nicked Gruber's little tank and stole the wheels.
Spruglu's guessing at the theme already. He says tracked vehicles without tracks or wheels.
There's a couple of pictures of this.
Dumb design ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, unusual. I can't see. Yeah, I can't see anybody being too chuffed to being assigned to one of these.
It translates as spy wagon, but I can't really see it being a spying vehicle when it's on tracks.
Yeah.
Quick, hide! We can't. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. The fighting's over there. I can't get there.
Phil Lewis says manoeuvrability left a lot to be desired.
Yeah. Backwards and forwards, yeah. It's just anyway. That's it. A rather unusual vehicle. The railway armored vehicle by ICM. There's another picture of it. It doesn't say anything much else about it. Mind you, there's not much else to say about it really. So the next one.
Kenneth says there's a paint company that makes paints that will be great for that, but I can't remember the name. It starts with a V though. Do you know what it is, Ted?
AK.
Might be the Spanish one.
Vallejo.
Oh, we got it right.
Yeah, I've just read it on the bottle.
but normally you read it and still pronounce it right.
Vallejo.
Have you chosen all German stuff tonight? Because that would be fantastic.
Right, the next one for what's in store is the Tamiya 135th German 18T half-track Famo.
Oh, it's one you can pronounce.
Yeah, it's only got 4 letters in it. That's always the fun in there.
Yes, Famo.
These things, you've seen these things. One reason they have them is for towing the 88 gun. I think they tow tanks and things with them as well, the tank transporters.
Yeah, because they had you can get the Tamiya Famo kit with the tank trailer thing.
Yeah, it does go on about. I won't read it all out, but it tells you there the recovery of damaged and broken tracks.
Everybody in chat is saying how that last one was it didn't really mean a spy vehicle, more the recon vehicle.
Right.
On a recon car.
Yeah, but they'd know it was coming, wouldn't they?
Yeah, because you'd see it on the track.
Yeah, they could hear it. You could put your ear to the railway, the line, and hear it.
Yeah, or you could just look.
No, because it was painted in camo. You couldn't.
I can't imagine what direction they'd come from, left or right. Okay, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on, Ted. Famo, this we go.
These things were huge. So yeah,
it's kind of like driving a small house, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's.
You drive one of those around.
It must have been massive. Another thing that you could hear coming, the German half track.
Michael Jackman's got one of those towing an 88 in one of his cabinets.
Yeah, that's what I usually see them sort of depicted is with an 88. But they must have been.
Pete Rogers says he's seen one in the flesh, and they are huge.
Yeah.
If you've never had a chance to build the Tamiya 88 kit, it is a fantastic. I built one many years ago. It's a fantastic kit. But when you're 13, it's really fiddly with all the little spinny wheel things. So maybe if you're 13, leave it a few years.
And of course, it has a Tamiya crew with it as well, doesn't it? Pointing.
Oh, yeah. There's the guy holding the big shell, and there's the guy pushing the shell in, and there's a pointing dude. There's always a pointing dude.
He's the officer, isn't he?
Oh no, actually no, he's not pointing. He's got binoculars. That's the German version.
Right.
The Germans didn't point; they had binoculars, whereas the British pointed. And the Americans kind of just put their hands on the hips and stood on one foot. So apparently,
so this is the Tamiya half track, the 18T, 60 quid worth at 58.49.
Yeah,
that's says it's a heck of a company car.
Oh yeah,
it could be like an Uber.
Yeah, an Uber.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you get many miles to the gallon of that.
Going back to the armoured car again, our resident fact nerd, Vincent Cristolos model making. I don't know why I said fact nerd, because a nerd is all about facts. It's the railway usage is simple to explain. What would you rather be blown up by the resistance? Wait, hang on. Let me start that again. Its railway usage is simple to explain. What would you rather have blown up by the resistance? The armoured car running point and patrolling for sabotage acts, or the train filled with supplies?
Yeah, so one reason why you wouldn't want to be assigned to one of them.
Yeah, because your job is to go and find bits where the track's going to go.
Yeah, it's like looking for mines by stamping your foot, isn't it?
Just walk through that minefield. Tell me where they are.
I find one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a minefield. Let's go somewhere else.
Oh, there's your problem right there.
So that's that one. A half track by Tamiya. The next one we'll have a look at tonight is the Douglas C-47 Skytrain.
Pronounceable stuff now, Chris. It's boring.
Yeah, it's got wings.
My favourite plane, the C-47, DC-3, Dakota, whatever.
The Dakota, isn't it? Yeah, the Skytrain. It's one of the must builds. I think that when you start your modelling career, it's an aircraft you must build.
Yeah. There's only 3 planes from World War II that interest me, really. The Spitfire, because it's the most beautiful plane ever made by humans ever, and no one can argue against that because they're wrong. And then the only 2 other, you have to like the Spitfire, but then the other 2 planes that interest me are this C-47s and the Junkers 88. That's it. And I like all 3 of those, and I will do a Junkers 88 at some point.
This is it.
Sorry, Junkers 52. I get it wrong, not the 88. JU-52.
So this is the Italeri Douglas for C-47. I noticed on the box there it says decals for the RAF are included as well.
Ooh, yes.
So it's painted invasion stripes there. So I'll obviously take part in the D-Day landings.
Yeah, because we had them as well, didn't we? We got them on the Lace Loan thing, so we had our supply of C-47s.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, here's a question: did the British have an equivalent of a troop transport plane?
Well,
or did we just use C-47s? I can't think of what it would be.
I know that they did start with some converted Lancaster bombers, didn't they? Then they had one, I think, at Wellington. Some of the guys, I'm sure some of the guys in chat will tell us. I'm not.
What was the British version of a troop transport plane? Zadster says the Tante U with the anti-U, which is the Junkers 52. I didn't mean Junkers 88, because the Junkers 52 was kind of the German version of that. Basically, it was a troop transport plane and other transport plane.
Was that the one built out of corrugated sheets?
Yeah, and it's all square, and it's just got a center. It's just fantastic center engine and 2 on 1 on each wing. Brilliant.
So that's that one. Remember, if you do see anything tonight that you do like, we don't know how many of these are in stock. We picked them just before we go live on air, so they're in stock at the start of this program. But knowing what eModels are like and what their ordering system's like, that once an item is sold out of stock, it disappears. But until we refresh the screen, as far as we know, it's still in stock. So if you do like it, if you do want it, slap it in your basket and check it out. It's not yours till you check it out. So
we do get told by eModels regularly that when we do a what's in store section, most of the stuff we show either sells out or sells. If they've got lots and lots of them, they sell a lot of them. But quite often we'll show things, they may only have 3 or 4 of them, and they often sell out. Because you may think we make that up, but here's honest to goodness thing. When we showed the episode where we showed you the human tooth and the half a horse, Remember how I showed you half a horse and everybody laughed and said it's the most ridiculous thing? They sold out that night.
Yeah. People actually sold it because once or twice we've picked items and people think, "Oh, I didn't know that was there."
They didn't have lots of the human tooth and the half a horse, I must admit, but they sold.
Colin at Festus is 67's off. He says he's got to go, folks. Sorry. Thanks.
Good night, Colin.
Okay. Thanks, Colin.
Take care, matey.
I want to move on to the next one anyway.
We had answers to the transport planes. Stephen Rolfe says Lancasters. I guess they're converted. And Anders Ericsson says the glider planes towed by C-47s.
Yeah.
They may also use Sterlings.
Yeah. Right, the next one on our theme for tonight is the Hobby Boss 172nd Railway Gun Dora. Yeah. Now,
they got excited there for a minute, didn't they?
Yeah. If you can't afford the big Dora or you haven't got the room for it, you could always build it in 1/72 scale, and it's still going to be a huge kit.
Just to interrupt you there, Colin's saying he's got to go because he's not feeling very well. So get better soon, mate.
Take it easy.
Lie down with a gin.
Yeah, go and have a gallon of gin and get your feet up and just take it easy, mate.
Yeah, Odric's excited. He says, Dora.
Yeah.
Dora.
Yeah, so if you've ever fancied building a railway gun, this is one of them.
Don't do it in my garden full size. That's not it.
I only discovered the other day that when I was watching something like World at War or something, that we actually had rail guns as well.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Wait, is that the original World at War with Laurence Olivier narrating?
Sorry?
Is that the original World at War with Laurence Olivier doing the narration?
Yeah, I don't know if it was that actual program, but it was certainly.
I know all the theme tunes.
Yeah, I have been watching that. It's pretty good, really. I've been watching it more with a researcher's eye on lately as well, sort of, rather than just watch it for the content. Having a look, but yeah, we had a railway gun. It couldn't actually reach France, but it was more for shelling the shipping in the channel.
Portsmouth, if the Germans land there, just bombed over. There you go. Now, for those of you who know, we often make a big joke about the big Sorat 135th Dora railgun, which is the big, massive museum-size one. And a lot of people really, really want that. And when eModels do get them, they sell out very quickly. They're long out of print. They've not been made for at least a few years, but they do come up every now and then. They've not got any in stock at the minute, but that's a kind of luxury 500 quid top of the range kit. If you're wanting to get yourself a Dora, you can't really go wrong with this.
Yeah. It's a Hobby Boss one. It's a 1/72 scale, so there'll be a lot of other stuff out there that'll match it. So little tanks and things and trucks.
Is there any blurb on the description saying if it comes with photo etch or anything? Or
let's have a look what this is here. It's just a box art. I think it.
Let's have any description blurb.
No. Tells you what's about it. Model information contains 1,776 parts.
Oh yeah, that's quite a lot more than the fine molds Millennium Falcon.
9-section road beds, 6 photo etch parts. Whether that means 6 parts or 6 sprues. 33 sprues, chassis, body, cab, deck, road beds, metal ballast parts, newly tooled parts, chassis, body, cab, in accurate detail and additional railroad extended. It's new tooled, in accurate detail and additional railroad.
Stephen Rolfe says it looks kind of sci-fi, and the moment I read that, I suddenly realised that the 135th Dora would kind of work with Warhammer Death Core of Krieg figures all over it. Kind of almost 135th.
Yeah, you need a lot of them.
that length there is 1,111 millimeters.
Yeah.
Say again.
1,000
length.
What's that in pounds or stone?
That's a meter, isn't it? It's over a meter long.
Yeah.
3 foot long.
3 foot long.
It's longer than my 1/500 scale space battleship Yamato. It's not quite as long as Ted's U-boat.
Not quite as long.
Not quite, no. But yeah.
Zasta says you could run an entire Warhammer campaign on that thing. Yeah, so that's the 172nd. It's a meter long. So imagine how big the 135th one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a 144 one to build at some point. I really should get into that.
Yeah,
there's 2 of them. There's this one and that 144 is still in stock at eModels. Yeah, so have a look. Yeah, just puts Dora into the search engine, and we'll show you them both.
And because it's a model store, of course, there's no risk of getting anything with Dora the Explorer. You're listening, all be Dora, unless, well, we don't know what they sell, I suppose.
So that's it. Yeah. And finally, for the what's in store tonight, if you haven't already guessed the clue, guess the link. This might give you a clue. Tie it all together. This is the AK Interactive Dirt set for the Trade series.
Filthy, dirty, filthy, dirty.
For weathering. Because nothing in the world is ever nice and shiny. It's always got dirt.
I'm getting told off in chat. Dave Cardboard says, speaking of the Yamato, I guess that's on the back burner. Yeah, it'll get done. Don't worry. It will get done. It will get at some point. Commissions and stuff have got in the way. So
yeah, I'm not sure if this is pigments or if it's actually oil effects.
It says this set contains that. Oh, there it is.
Just read the list out, Ted. What does it say?
Sorry?
I can't see. It's on too small on my screen. If you read the list,
it's on the description. Go down a little bit. There's more.
Yeah,
it prints them out in real words.
This set meant to make multiple dirt effects on trains and wagons. Create your effects easily to get ultra realism. The set includes AK 7021 rain marks.
That's a liquid.
Decay effects.
I'm not sure what that is.
And asphalt road dirt.
I'm not sure which of those are powders. I know rain effects is like a streaking effect. It's like it's like when you've had water dripping down, you get those kind of very translucent streaks. It's that kind of thing. So that's a fluid. I don't know about the other two. I can't remember what the other two are. Yeah. But it'll be good. I'm guessing one of them is going to be a pigment, isn't it?
But it's all there to get you going. Anyway. This is the basic dirt effects for your train set.
And I've actually, when I was doing my Torox Prime that I showed you earlier, it wasn't AK stuff. It was the MiG ammo stuff. So it's basically the same things.
Yeah.
And it's great fun doing dirt and dust and stuff with it because they're either going to be powders or enamels, and either way, they're just great fun because you can put them on and rub them off and. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for tonight. Stop sharing. We'll find how to go back to you. Where am I at? That's me.
You're in space, Ted. That's where you are.
I'm in space.
You're in Dallas.
So, get the chat back up, and then we can find out who's going to win the
sticker. Don't forget to take the lock off you as well.
So the winner will get a big sticker tonight.
And we haven't said go yet, so don't answer yet.
And the time to say go is go.
Okay, so Stephen Rolfe and Michael Giacomo were in before you said go.
Oh, too soon. Not necessarily right either. We're not saying that they're correct.
Dallas in German subtitles. Rody Hobby says train tracks. Phil Lewis says railway. Anders Ericsson says train.
Yeah, train tracks will do. Yeah.
Yep. So Rody Hobby.
Yeah, tracks. Yeah, because I was looking for tracks. Hence the half track. Yeah. So that was a bit of a tenuous link. Yeah, but train tracks.
Stephen Rolfe says, "Oh crap, lol." So you might be early, dude. We have to wait till we say go. Sorry about that. So, Rody, well done. Send an email to ted@eModels.co.uk and say that you want a big Mr. E sticker, and we'll get it sent out to you.
I know you probably sent your addresses and things already, because in fact we've got a question from Road Hobby Corner. I know you sent it as well, but just so that it can go into our listings, if you just send it and say big sticker.
We need a separate email just to tell us that we need to send you something. Do be aware, of course, when you send us an email to claim something with your address details, we don't get, as soon as we've sent the sticker or the prize, whatever it's out, we delete the email. We don't keep your personal details.
Gary's asking where the C-47 fits into the theme. What was it called?
Skytrain. Skytrain. Trains and railways and things. See?
Train tracks. Yeah, tenuous links have to get you thinking sometimes.
Bobbington's changed his name again. He's now Meatballs and Bobbingtons, and it's making me hungry.
That's been a little while. Stephen Rolfe says, sadness, lol. Peaked too soon. Story of my wife, he says.
Farnacle has just answered. Stephen Rolfe says, well done, the others.
Well done.
Actually says, oh yeah, lol.
Yeah. Right, what are we up to now? Shall we do? Is it time for some giveaways and things and stickers and whatever? Yeah. Yep. Just before we do, we don't always send stickers out straight after the show. We sort of pile them all up, and eventually we'll get them out to you.
Ted and I. Chris is down south. They don't do post offices down south. They still have
somewhere.
They still have faxes. And they have rabbit centres for mobile phones.
Yeah. Chris will email you a sticker.
Yeah, Chris will email you a sticker. Me and Ted are more third world, so we live nowhere near post offices, so we can't get there every day. So we tend to pile up the sticker send outs till usually the end of the month, and then blap them all out in one go. However, Ted and I are both running short on stickers, James. So we'll get out as many as we can. But apologies if you don't get one, very quickly, because we'll have to wait till we get some more stickers from James Mate. Also, with the mug giveaways, we haven't yet been told if mugs are back in stock. So if you do win a mug tonight, don't panic. We'll send you details to the guys at eModels, and when they get them in, they'll send them out to you.
What usually happens is people start messaging us pictures of the mugs, and that's how we know that they're back in stock.
Yeah.
Right, so what should we do first? We've done a big sticker. Should we do a little sticker?
Just as a point, I see Famarkle did put in tracks a little bit later than everybody else. Make sure you've refreshed your browser and you're up to speed, because you might be a bit below. You might be a bit behind.
Yeah. So before we do any giveaways, make sure to refresh and drag your thingy across. I'm guessing
thingy across, as we all say. Yes. Yeah,
I'm guessing Farnacle may have a bit of. I love that name.
Or maybe just fell asleep and woke up and thought trains.
Maybe he was asleep but heard all the conversation because it was running, and he was like subconsciously, trains, tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just slow typing. T. Yeah. A bit like me. That's how I type. T. Where's the T?
Maybe he's doing it on the phone like yours, where half the keyboard doesn't work, and he's trying to figure it out.
That might be it. Yeah. How can I word it without using the Q?
Speedy Curator says tracks. It's tracks, isn't it? Sergeant Bones. I don't know where Sergeant Bones is, but wherever he is, he says 42 in Dunkelgelb.
Yeah.
And Osric 9000 shouted from under his mountain of stickers to shout, "Did someone say stickers?"
Fortunately, I've got a full working keyboard. Just I can't find any characters on it. Right. Should you think everybody's refreshed by now?
Yeah. If people haven't refreshed the browser by now and dragged the slider across, then there you go.
Right.
Barnacle says, "Give me away. I could do with a trip to the UK." Cardboard says, "Squirrel."
Squirrel.
What do you want to do?
Can I do the first question then?
Big sticker, small sticker, or mug?
Small sticker, I think.
Do you want to do the first one?
Yeah, I'll do the first one. It's from Benoit, actually. Road Hobby Corner. He says, "Here's a difficult question." Oh no, I shouldn't have picked this because I can't pronounce this one either.
Oh, dear.
You might want to leave that one. Maybe do the other one, Ted.
I'll have a go.
It's going to be a difficult question that Ted's going to butcher by pronouncing wrong, so it'll be even more difficult. He's like, why did I choose this one now?
He says, here is a difficult question. Maybe the question itself isn't difficult. It's just the pronunciation of it is difficult. Right. Hi, Ted. Here is the difficult question. What was the name of the song from Gilbert Becard? Becard? Becard. Gilbert Becard of Women in Russia. What was the name of the song from Gilbert Becard of a woman in Russia? Go.
I'll just confirm it's Gilbert Bécaud.
Is it?
Yeah, Gilbert Bécaud.
Him as well.
Gilbert Bécaud.
Any of them.
Yes. Song about women in Russia. What was the name of the song? I think everybody's too busy laughing.
Stephen Roll says
train tracks. Most amused.
Yeah.
Remember, folks, when you send questions in for the sticker giveaways, try and put as many German and French and Belgian and
and if you can type them in phonetically.
Yeah. If you can type them in phonetically, don't, because it's more funny. So, what was the name of the song by Gilbert Bécaud of Women in Russia? It was about women in Russia. What was the name?
Is that like Jean-Michel Jarre?
No. Nobody's going to get this.
Cheese and onion.
He did say it was a difficult question. Gilbert, it might be Gilbert. It could be Gilbert Bécaud. It could be Gilbert Bécaud. Gilbert Bécaud.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to get it.
Nah. Sasa says it was Poison Dwarf who did it, not Swellen.
Oh, I get it, yeah.
Dallas, Ted. Dallas.
Where was Dallas made then?
Where was Dallas set? I will send a Swedish question for Ted one day. None of us could do that, mate. Not just
Yeah,
Ted
but can we make sure they're labelled for Ted so we don't inadvertently read them out?
Yeah. Question for Ted, question for Ted, question for Ted. So I'll ask the question one more time, just in case. What was the name of the song by Gilbert Bécaud or Gilbert Bécaud?
Gilbert Bécaud.
About women in Russia. There you go. Roddy's written it out for you, so you can Google it.
Google it.
Although he has missed out the accent.
Yes.
Timer.
Timmy Mallet.
Timmy. What's his second name? Mallet. Oh, Sprigger actually says Timmy Mallet.
That's what I said. That's why I read it out.
Oh, it came up on my chat. I've got a lag, obviously. Lag. Well, Stephen Hill Harris hasn't got the right answer, but he's the one that's got the nearest with anything to do with Russia, which is Bucky Park.
Stephen Ross has no freaking idea.
Which is also a correct answer, but not the correct answer.
Babushka. I don't think anyone's going to get this one. Shall we
call it a draw?
Should we lay this one to rest?
No.
It was a good question there, Benoit.
We had some mirth and merriment out of it.
Yes. Go on then, Ted. What was the answer?
The name was Nathalie. Not Natalie. Nathalie. Oh, yeah, Rune Strand. Just, should we give that to Rune?
Yeah, I think he got it.
I don't think he had time to type it after you said it.
Yeah, I think it was just I did that on my sheet yesterday, so he typed the answer just as I gave the answer out. Yeah, we'll give that to Rune because he got it in.
Well, yeah, just
It appeared the moment you said it, so he'd already typed it by then.
Yeah, he must have typed it as I was saying it. So yeah. So Rune, there you go. Well done. Send me your details, and we'll send you off a small sticker when we get round and a big pile of them to send to the post office.
Yep. Just name and address, ted@emodels.co.uk, and say, I want a small sticker. And we'll send you a small sticker. When Ted can find the post office. When he remembers where it is.
When I remember to go to the post office when it's open.
Yeah, and then you've got to remember where it is as well. Let's have a look. Okay, do you want to do the next one, Chris, or shall I
do the next one? Shall we? I'll find one here. We've got a question from Nicholas C, who I've seen in chat. So you're not allowed to answer your own question because that's cheating.
Yeah.
What are we doing? That was a small sticker, was it?
That was a small sticker. I've got one for a big sticker that Benoit sent in as well. So,
okay. So we'll do a mug, shall
I? Nev Bozov, our newbie model maker.
Good night, Nev. Bye.
Thanks for coming in, dude.
Right. So this one's for the eModels mug, as and when it comes in stock. Because
version 2. It may be version 3 that they have. We don't know.
Yeah, it might be slightly different to this one.
Yeah.
So it should be terms and conditions, shouldn't it? That
if no mugs are forthcoming, there'll be something equally mug-like.
Mug may or may not.
Product may vary to description.
Your home is at risk if you do not keep up repayments. Objects in mirror often appear smaller than they appear.
Right. Nicholas C says, "Hi Ted. I hope you're well, or at least getting there. I have a festive giveaway question for the show.
Oh.
Is this? So the question is, what is the name of the Grinch's dog? Go. What's the name of the Grinch's dog? I didn't know the Grinch had a dog.
I didn't know the Grinch had a dog.
Apparently the Grinch has a dog and it has a name.
I said to one of my friends, they were having a baby, and he said, "Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?" He was like, "Don't know." I said, "Well, whatever you do, call it this, because it works whether it's a boy or a girl." It's the best name for either a boy or a girl.
We've got lots of answers, but none of them are the ones that we've got down here. As ever, we don't know that they're the right answer. It's only the answer we've been supplied. We don't test and look these things up.
I'll give a clue. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard, Sam. There's a clue. Nobody will get that. Well, one of you might get it.
My uncle's dog has actually had this name, so it is actually
Was that a Dallas accent?
No.
Baldy Tommaso says Max.
There we go. Yep.
Because of my Sam and Max impression. Well, there you go.
That was why, I'm sure.
Well done, Paul. Well done. You've won yourself whatever we were giving away. Was it a mug?
That was a mug. Well done. Paul has won in mug.
Yeah, I said to my friend, whether your child is a boy or a girl, Max is a great name for a boy. It's an even better name for a girl. Just Max, short for nothing. Just Max. So yeah, he called this son Max.
No, it's short for Maximilian, isn't it?
It's just Max. I think it just
Maxine would be the female version, wouldn't it? But
no. I said just call it, if it's a girl, call her Max, but it's not short for Maxine. It's just Max. It's just awesome. It's an awesome name for a girl, that Max.
Oh, it could be MACCS.
No. Fox would spell it with 2 X's, wouldn't he?
No. It'd just be Max. Anyway, somebody letting down a balloon in the background there. Small animals.
Here's so.
Yeah,
Maybe someone's trodden on a hamster.
Somebody trod on a cat.
Either that was a really good chili. One of the two.
Guess what I had for tea tonight?
Right, that was that then. You've got the last one then, Fox.
Yes, I have a big sticker. Okay, here we go. It's another one from Benoit. He says, here's another question for maybe a big sticker. Is this big sticker or small sticker? Big sticker.
This is a big sticker, I believe, yes.
He says, I'll reword it just to make it easier. Hitler's train had 2 names at different points in the war. Give one of the names of Hitler's train. Go.
Yeah.
It had a name and then he changed the name.
On tonight's What's in Store theme.
Yes.
So
it's almost like
the name of Hitler's train?
Yeah. See how professional we're getting with the links.
It's almost like someone planned something.
Target.
Bob. No, it's not Bob.
Everybody called Bob.
Dogger. Choo Choo. Blondie.
Das Choo Choo. Says Felice.
You can be as subtle as you like, Fox. It's not going to work.
No, it's not a massive clue, but it's not helping anybody, is it? The Nazi steaming choo choo chuffin chuffin. I like that one.
Oh, there we are. Lorna.
Lorna Hodgkin.
Lorna is in with the one that you didn't help with.
Yes. Lorna Hodgkin is right with America. It was called America, and then the second name, it was renamed after he declared war on the US. It was changed to Brandenburg, which is I was whistling the Brandenburg Concerto number 3.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. And Dante.
I thought you were just whistling to pass the time so that there's no silence in the air and things like that.
I was giving you the Brandenburg Concerto.
It was subtle, but too subtle. I think that was the problem.
Learn your Brandenburg Concertos, people.
And only one person got it, and it was me.
Yeah. So well done. Send Ted an email. I'll say that again. Send Ted an email now. Ted at eModels.co.uk. Tell him you want a big fat sticker, and we'll get one sent out to you.
Did you think Lorna knew that? Was it a Google? Yeah, was she just quick on Google? Or
maybe, yeah.
Maybe she knew what the question was.
Rhodey says, I have the impression that I send difficult questions.
Yeah, but that's all right. Makes people think, and it feels an extra minute.
But he does say, he adds an extra question. Do you know why it was called America? We don't.
Can't spell America right.
That's how you spell it, German.
Yeah, so next week, any questions in strange languages or pronunciations will be attempted by somebody else.
Absolutely. You don't have to leave it to the last minute either. You can send in questions for next week as of now.
We are intensely trained so that we can take the simplest and easiest questions and make them incredibly difficult because you can't tell what the hell we've just said.
Absolutely. And bearing in mind that next week is in fact the last eModels Monday night show of the year.
Yeah.
So make it a good one.
Stephen Rolfe says, how do you send questions for giveaways? You send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk. That address, Ted, is?
Ted at emodels.co.uk.
And all you need to do is, if it's for a sticker giveaway, all you need to do is include your name and your address, your question, and the answer, Dave. And if you've included your name and address, we'll send you a sticker out for if we use your question. If you don't include your name and address, we'll assume you don't want a sticker sending out.
Yep, I've got your email, Paul.
Yep. Stephen Rolfe says, cool. That's all the bits and bobs given away. Cool.
So, so we're on to the last sort of 10 minutes or so. If you've any final questions for last orders.
I was going to put the Falcon back in the box, but it's far too noisy. I'll do it when I'm finished.
No, you won't put it back in the box.
No, don't bother putting it back in the box now. You might as well start building it.
I've got enough space for 2 big boxes.
Yeah. By midnight, I would reckon the box will be open and a couple of bits will have fallen off the sprue that will be attempted to go together.
It's got to be filmed, doesn't it? I can't be doing
it. Built the cockpit.
No, I'm carrying on from where I left off 3 years ago.
Yeah. Are you going to be able then to slide in the bits that you've already built from the other Falcon?
Well, not really, because the cockpit on the Diag's that big.
Yeah, it's sort of twice the size.
It's like that long from the back to the front of the cockpit. The actual cockpit itself is about. If I've got something about the right size,
it's about that big. I can see
It's
mine
about
over
the
there.
size of that glass, but bigger.
About that size, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, we should point out for anybody that's just dropped in, we are talking about the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Indeed. Michael Jackman says Christmas Eve a no show. Then, damn, some of us can't afford to go to the pub. Yeah, we're not going to be doing this on Christmas Eve
we'll
or
be at the
indeed
pub.
New Year's Eve. So
Yeah, it's because we're too busy wrapping presents on the first one and probably too drunk on the second one.
But in between the two shows that we're not doing, we're doing an extra long show of building stuff. So
So we'll make up for it.
on average, we're here for the same amount of time.
All those words that you two just said, and what you all need to say is, "We'll be in the pub." That's why
No.
we won't be in the pub.
No.
Yeah. So so we will be doing. If you missed it, we will be doing the Christmas build.
Yeah, Anders actually says if next Monday is the last show for the year, when do we? It's not the last show of the last Monday night of the year.
Yes.
We think we've decided the 29th, the Saturday between Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
During the afternoon time, we'll be doing the building of the toon tank things, which are elsewhere.
Yeah, I will couple together an advert image that we'll get James Mate to pop on the Facebook page. And we'll, because it's going to be a hangout thing, we'll be able to sort of schedule it in advance and get it up so you'll be able to see it on YouTube's. But that'll be 29th, Saturday, at some point in the afternoon.
Yeah, we're looking about early afternoon. Then if it carries on, we'll sort of
it will basically be the afternoon. So
So if you've any DIY or anything planned, or if the significant other has any plans for you with that afternoon, cancel them.
Yeah. Because you know where you need to be. Zadster says, is there any interior detail on the Millennium Falcon? I think it's just the cockpit interior and little bits if you look up the ramp. Same as the fine molds type thing. There's no actual interior. I don't think there's an interior. Is there an interior? I don't think there is.
It does involve lighting. You're going to have to do some lighting.
There is lighting for the cockpit and the engines and the ramp. I said there's an opening ramp, so you can see up the ramp in little bits. You've got the cockpit and a little bit of the corridor behind. No, there's no corridor behind the cockpit. It's basically the same as the fine molds Millennium Falcon, but not a glue kit. And it's a different version of the Falcon, but in terms of what you get, it's basically the same kind of thing. It's that kind of build.
Philly says the live build that we did was great last time. Yeah, we're going to try and do it again. But as I say, if you guys want to join in as well, and then later on you can maybe post your pictures across to eModels, you're quite welcome to.
The only thing I'm not sure about this Falcon, by the way, there are two versions, one with water slide decals and one without. I'm kind of hoping it's the one with the water slide decals. Otherwise, that could be interesting. I'm assuming it is.
Final question for you there, Foxx.
Spooky says, question, Foxx, what made you stop building the D'Agostini Millennium Falcon? Sorry to bring it up. For those that don't know, D'Agostini is a company that does part work magazines. And for 2 years, 2 and a bit years, you could get 4 magazines a month that gave you bits to buy to build a Millennium Falcon, but it was a studio scale. It's
1/43.
Yes, 1/43 scale. It's about that big. It's the same size.
A little bit bigger than that, actually.
Yeah, it's about that big.
I've got one over there. I can't pick it up because it's
huge, point.
It's really that big. It's
massive.
Yeah.
The problem is that this is my workbench. It's about 2 foot deep, and I got the cockpit done, and then realised, to my horror, there was no way I could actually build the rest of it on this workbench because I couldn't even. Once I built, say, the top of the hull, I couldn't even fit that on my desk. So I've got all the issues. I built the cockpit. Until I win the lottery and I can afford to get my garage converted into a model making studio with a massive workbench one day, don't have anywhere to build it. So it kind of stopped. Yes.
Stephen Rolfe says, just going back to the Christmas build, he says, looking forward to the live build. He's too amateur to post anything. Maybe next year. Stephen, you're never too amateur to post anything. Definitely not. Join in. If you want to join in, post it. They're a fantastic bunch on here. And you'll, everybody will like what you built, however you build it. That's what we try to encourage.
It's like when we do the gallery giveaway every month, and we go through all the submissions in the gallery, not just from that month, but all the submissions, and we pick one of the 5-star rated ones that we like the most, that tickles our fancy. But we always say we're not just looking for the most technically proficient museum quality model build. When we do a gallery giveaway, when it might well be something that somebody's 9-year-old son has just snapped together and hardly painted. It could be anything. There's no elitism in this. It's a case of everybody works to a different level. Everybody does different things. All creativity is awesome. So don't be too afraid to post your stuff.
Yeah, we want to see it. Yeah. So yeah, join in. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the day with us. Whatever you've got.
Michael Jackman says, "Crikey Fox, even I managed to convert my garage into a building studio. I did it over a year ago. Unfortunately, for me to do it would be A, I've got no DIY skills. B, I can't afford it, and C, we'd have to demolish the wreck of a garage we've got now because it's an empty, like falling apart shell. So we'd have to flatten it, rebuild a new garage, build stuff in it. I've got no DIY skills whatsoever. I can't even. It was a miracle I made all these Hobby Zone cabinets. Trust me, that was a miracle. It took me all day, and I can't afford it. It's far too expensive for me to do that. So I'm saying, if I win the lottery, I'll just get a little man in, come and design a whole studio. So I think just design something and build it, please. There you go.
Lots of people banding together and telling Stephen Rolfe that he should start building. Rhodey says, I was also an amateur and still do. You can always contact him for help. Again, I'm not an expert. Phil East says he learned so much by posting his early builds and asking for criticisms and tips on various forums.
Yep.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole world out there. There's YouTube, there's Facebook pages, anything. Come here, ask questions. We find the three of us on our Facebook pages, and you can come along and ask any questions at any time.
I mean, the main thing to keep in mind, and I say this to people, whether it's about model making or drawing or any kind of creative art, the main thing to keep in mind is that no matter who you're speaking to, you could be speaking to the world's most awesomest, bestest model maker in the world, and at some point their models looked like ass because they were learning and they just started out. Just look at Duncan Rhodes on Warhammer TV. He quite happily shows off the first Space Marine he ever painted, and it's just terrible. But he was like 13 and he just started out. Everybody starts and works the way from not knowing anything to learning how to do things. And it's just like any creative art. It's something, it's a set of techniques and tools that you learn. And it's not that you haven't got the skill. It's just that you haven't learned how to do certain things yet. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. And never be afraid to ask questions. There's never a stupid question. There's only stupid answers.
I always say, if I give someone an airbrush who's never airbrushed and they use it, they'll make a complete hash of whatever they're painting. And I'll say, and they'll think, I'm no good at airbrushing. And I'll say, no, you just don't know how to airbrush yet. You haven't learned. As soon as you learn, you won't have that problem. So it's not stuff that you don't know. It's just stuff that you haven't learned yet.
So get yourself a Toon Tank from eModels for Christmas. Come and join us. Anyway, on that note, I think it's about time we wrapped up and went to bed, really.
One last question. Sprigler does ask, what happens when I realise that the desk is too small for this new Falcon? I've already built 2 Millennium 1/72 scale Falcons on this desk. So this will be my third, so I know it'll fit.
Yeah, you want a bolt-on extension or a little flap that...
I knew a girl like that once. This will be the third 1/72 scale Falcon I've built, and I know it fits on that desk. So.
Yeah, good. Right, so I think we'll call it a night at that. We've had quite a good chat and a good evening tonight. Until the next time, which will be the last one before Christmas. Well, the last one of the year, really, the last official live stream. Until next week, thank you everybody very much for joining us tonight. Don't forget, if you've seen anything for what's in store or you fancy having a look around the eModels website, just go and have a look at emodels.co.uk.
Remember, if you are ordering Christmas mail time and delivery times, probably best to get, if you're looking at get stuff for people's presents, probably best to do it kind of now.
Yeah.
You want to try your best to avoid the Christmas.
Yeah, 2 weeks tomorrow is Christmas, isn't it? So,
so you're looking at getting stuff for people's presents, you probably want to do it kind of now.
If it comes in standard delivery from eModels, they are pretty sharp out the door. If you want anything urgent, you can have a next day delivery.
But or if you like, you can just pop in and collect it.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so that's it for us tonight. Thank you
I have to
very much
say
for
yeehaw.
joining us.
Somebody said yeehaw because I'm wearing a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Although I have to confess, it's actually a cowgirl hat.
I'm
Just hang on, let's put this thing back. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do this now.
Mm.
Oh,
Backwards. Well, isn't it? That's not right.
that's not
That's
bad.
all right.
Oh no, where's my nose?
It's inside out.
You can't find your nose. How do you smell?
Hey,
Terrible.
Chris. I'll get you back, but Nepo's gone now. Oh, the moment's gone now. I don't know where the nose is.
Well, whilst Fox struggles to put his face back on, we'll say good night to you, and we'll see you all
Back in my
next
head,
week.
there you go.
Next week for the pre-Christmas video. Right. So from Ted, Fox, Chris, and I, we'll see you all again next week. Thank you very much, everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I can taste my moustache.